For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
Hi guys, it's Mark with Oak Hills Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our WAVE technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but we'll also include something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 215-302-9999. That's 215-302-9999. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your life back. Call Oak Hills Medical Clinic now to qualify. 215-302-9999.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the Our Phils Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium. It is another beautiful night for baseball here in Baseball Town. Reading Fightin' Phils, Somerset Patriots getting set to play Game 3 of this 6-game stand. It'll run right through and conclude Sunday here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Tompkins Plaza gates are open, and it will be a 7 o'clock first pitch. David Parkinson gets the ball for the Fightins. Richard Fitz gets the ball for the Patriots. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. The Phils dropping the first 2 games of this series, trying to get back on the stick and getting that record back and hoping to get it to 500 before this series is over with, and at the same time, maybe try to close the gap on the Patriots, who right now occupy the first playoff spot in this Northeast Division of the Eastern League. Jake, I think we start with the starting pitchers. David Parkinson, who has obviously flown under the radar with guys like Griff McGarry and Mick Abel in the rotation. You kind of lose sight of David Parkinson, but if you look at the numbers, it is clearly been a solid year for David Parkinson.
It's been a really good year and a really good last month and a half, 5-0, dating back over his last 6 starts to July the 7th as well. Parkinson's been really good, and it's a really interesting pitching matchup tonight because on the other side, you look at a guy who we'll talk about in a little bit, and Richard Fitz for Yankees, Somerset, of course, who has been stellar all year. I mean, one of my picks for one of the best pitchers across the Eastern League this year. But on the other side, David Parkinson, he's really flown under the radar. Hasn't really been talked about, a ton. 5-0 over his last 6 starts, an ERA that is south of 2 as well. Here's the exact stats. Since July 7th, he's 5-0, a 1.30 ERA, 35 strikeouts, and a 2.08 batting average against. He ranks in the top 10 in a variety of Eastern League categories. Probably will add to that if he has a good outing tonight, because a lot of those numbers are ones that he was in the top 10 that kind of just fell out because he hadn't pitched the last 6 days. So he's worked himself up the rankings as well. He's, you talked about, like you said, the Mick Abels, the Griff McGarrys, a lot of other exciting arms in this rotation. But David Parkinson's someone who's just going to be a consistent pitcher. I mean, really good left-handed pitcher, has a really good curveball that's gotten better as the year's gone on. I know earlier on in the year, he kind of struggled with the release point of that curveball, but it's really improved a lot, and that's been a big reason for his success over the last, say 6-8 weeks from David Parkinson. He missed all of 2022, did not have a great 2021 campaign at all, went 1-11 between Reading and mostly with AAA Lehigh Valley. So for him to come out here this year, shake off a little bit of a rough start and just really be stellar these last couple of months, huge props to him, and I'm excited to watch him tonight because he's just been incredibly consistent.
Yeah, and he's kind of your old school baseball pitcher. He is not a guy that's going to come out and dazzle you with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and a dicey slider to go along with it. He's just simply a guy who's maybe going to crack 80 when it comes to the radar gun with his fastball. But he is the very definition of a crafty left-handed pitcher, and he's a veteran guy. He's been around for a while. As Jake said, It's been some good seasons. It's been some struggles for David Parkinson, but he's clearly figured it out in 2023. And whenever you can throw left-handed in the game of baseball, you have yourself a destination for a career. There's always going to be teams who are going to be looking for a left-handed pitcher, and a guy that can give you 5 innings, 6 innings, and now over the course of the last couple outings, 6 and sometimes even to 7 innings, because he has been so consistent. So as long as David Parkinson wants to keep pitching, he's always going to find work somewhere, because there's teams who will always love to have a guy like that in their rotation.
And coming up through the system, he was someone that the Phillies actually looked at pretty highly, has earned some accolades earlier on in his career, was drafted out of Ole Miss back in 2017, but, the rough 21, missing all of 22. So like you said, kind of fell under the radar, but, you're at a point now where if you're Reading, you feel really good at this point when Parkinson's out on the mound. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching this matchup as a whole tonight between Parkinson and Fitz, because Parkinson's been so consistent, and I think as an offense, too, knowing you have someone like Parkinson who's pitching the way he's pitching, it kind of allows you to relax and just get back to your approach to the plate and not feeling like you have to push.
Yeah, the flip side of it, the guy that Jake just talked about, is the guy who will get the ball tonight for the Patriots. That's Richard Fitz. And if you look at the numbers and the stats in the stat column, not just for Richard Fitz, but across the Eastern League, his name is scattered all over. He has had a very impressive season. And in today's game of baseball, what might be the most impressive thing for Richard Fitz is simply that every time they have called his number, he has responded and pitched. He has not had any issues, and he has come out and given them a very solid effort almost every night for the last couple of months. And as a result of that, his numbers have been really, really impressive in 2023.
His numbers have been great. I mean, I have them right in front of me here. He's 9-5, a 3.38 ERA over 21 starts. He's thrown 119 2/3 innings this year. Here's the one that really gets me. 30 walks and 130 strikeouts overall. So first of all, he's been great, but the word that I kind of use when describing a guy like Richard Fitz, who, oh, by the way, also ranks the Yankees' number 12 prospect, he's a workhorse. That's what he is. And when you have someone who's a workhorse, is a top prospect like that, and is having the results that he's having, it's just all of the pieces of the puzzle are there that he's going to be really good. Was drafted in 2021 out of Auburn, so last year was his first professional season. He has skyrocketed through the Yankees system and through the Yankees prospect rankings. So the question now becomes, do they challenge him? But then the contrary to that is, of course, Somerset's already a playoff team, so do you want to challenge him to pitch in some postseason baseball as opposed to going to AAA so quickly?
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if the Phils can make some adjustments, because they have been baffled by this Somerset pitching staff through the first 2 games, especially in the strikeout column. They struck out 17 times last night against Somerset pitching. Yandris Gomez, who got the start for Somerset, was brilliant. He only went 4 1/3 innings because they're kind of nursing him back through some injuries over the course of the last couple of seasons, so he was on a pitch limit, and it was kind of a good thing for the Phils that he was on a pitch limit. He ultimately got 13 outs on the night, and he struck out 11 of those 13, but the bullpen came on and got another 6 strikeouts. So getting some contact is going to be a key element for the Phils tonight against a guy who has quite a number of strikeouts, including number 130 strikeouts so far on the season for Fitz. Well, if you want to talk about the hitting for the Phils, you better start talking about Oliver Dunn, because he's kind of the David Parkinson of the lineup, the left-handed guy, the guy at the beginning of the year. You weren't talking about Oliver Dunn when you looked at the Phils. You were looking at Johan Rojas and Carlos De La Cruz and Ethan Wilson and thinking those are going to be some of the key components, Matthew Kroon as well. But at the end of this season, you're going to see Oliver Dunn's name splattered all over the place. He has been astoundingly hot over the course of the last month and a half, and he is having himself one terrific season.
The number that you brought up in the broadcast a couple of times, it circled back to that suspended game we resumed on Tuesday, was in that suspended game on July the 9th, which is about that same period that David Parkinson also really started to flip a switch. Oliver Dunn was hitting, I think it was 236?
Correct.
He is 288 entering tonight. He has 19 home runs. That's 5th in the league. He has 70 RBI. That is 2nd in the league. Only 2 guys in the league have more than 70 RBI this year as well. So he has just been terrific. I mean, his numbers in the month of August have been terrific as well. He is slashing .393, an OPS of 1.328. He has 8 home runs, 22 RBI, 14 runs scored over just 14 games in the month of August. I've said this a lot. I'll say it again. I'm still, a little bummed he didn't win Eastern League Player of the Week the first week of August, because he had a torrid series at Hartford. But he is just, every night, just a true professional. He's having a career year, career high in RBI, career high in home runs. Oh, his previous career high in home runs was 7. Now it's at 19. He's poised for the first 20 home run season of his professional career. So he's put his name on the map. He's a consistent spot in the 3 spot on the Art Phillies lineup. And he's one of those guys, too, like when he gets hot, he's able to maintain that for a little bit. Like, it's not like a 2 or 3 game stretch. He's hot. It's going to be for a couple weeks at a time. I mean, he has 5 instances this year where he's hit home runs in consecutive games. Like, that's pretty hard to do. So it's cool that when he's on, he's able to kind of not really dial it back at all. He keeps that switch flipped up, and kind of see what happens with him here moving forward. There's very much an infield logjam at AAA, but he's certainly a guy who I think is putting himself in the conversation of definitely being warranted of a promotion at some point here soon.
Yeah, especially because he can hit from the left-hand side. That always kind of like that left-handed pitching. That always gives you an opportunity. He's the kind of guy who could become a guy who could use him as not only his natural position, which is second base, but he can also DH for you and give you a little bit of punch in your lineup, no matter where you put him. And Al Padrique has moved him all around the lineup over the course of the season. Speaking of Al Padrique, we're talking with him last night about some of the new faces that he's meshed into the clubhouse. You didn't get a chance to talk about them as much as players, specifically guys who have been brought up from Jersey Shore to play here in Reading. It's that time of the year where guys are getting the opportunity now to move up and get tested at the next level. 2 of them in particular who will be in the lineup tonight, Nick Ward, Marcus Lee Sang. 2 more guys who are batting from the left-hand side. Marcus Lee Sang has had, and Nick Ward both, had really good years at Jersey Shore, and now they'll have the opportunity to see what they can do here for Reading for the rest of the season.
And it's 2 guys that really, on the paths of their career, are on 2 different sides of the spectrum in a sense. Nick Ward, 28 years old, started out his career in a couple of other minor league systems, played a few years professionally in Australia, and signed with the Phillies this offseason. His hometown team, he's from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, played his college ball at Westchester. So, he's a bit of more of a veteran, but he's someone who has had a really good year with Jersey Shore. I think that trip to the World Baseball Classic probably helped a bit too, just, playing on the biggest stage against some of the best players in the world. And he had a pretty good World Baseball Classic as well, but he's had a great year. He's been a great addition, I think, both on and off the field for this Art Phillies team because, hitting, in his first game, he had 2 home runs, 3 extra base hits, 3 runs scored, 5 RBI. A bunch of those either matched or set new career highs for Nick Ward. And also as a guy in the clubhouse too, only had him here for 3 days now, and you can tell very quickly he's a guy that is very well liked, very well respected in the clubhouse. Just a good guy to have around, and you can tell that his presence is going to go far with this team. And then on the flip side, you have a guy, Marcus Lee Sang, who's just 22 years old. He's not ranked on any of the prospect rankings, and look, a lot of that stuff is very arbitrary. At the end of the day, this is minor league baseball, and professional baseball is about can you perform. That's what it is. It doesn't matter where you're ranked on a prospect rankings. Now, it wouldn't shock me if Lee Sang finds himself on one of those rankings next year. He had a very strong season with Jersey Shore, has impressed in 2 games with Reading so far. He's shown off excellent defense. He looks to be filling that a little bit of a void left in center by Johan Rojas. And then at the same time, the bat, we've seen him hit a bunch of balls hard. Had one in the 9th inning on Tuesday night that just missed going out, just missed being an extra base hit as well. So, no, excited to have him here. He threw out a guy at home plate last night, so the arm is going to be a factor too. He had 10 outfield assists with Jersey Shore. That would have led anybody on this Reading team so far this year, and he's already added 1 last night. So, no, super excited for both of those guys. And Lee Sang and Ward, I think just 2 guys once again off the field that you can tell are going to be excellent additions to this locker room.
Yeah, they certainly are the kind of guys who are going to fit right in and kind of be a great meshing point for this locker room with a number of transition guys, the guys who have been here, and new guys who are coming in addition to which, the way they play the game, they're very, very sound, fundamentally kind of players from what we have seen very early on. And to Jake's point, Marcus Lee Sang has already in 2 games shown he can get it done in center field for sure, and he's also shown the ability to hit line drives up the middle, and that's going to play in any ballpark, in any level of game. That's what we're about to do. We're going to take a timeout. We come back on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network. We'll have our lineups at first pitch, the Phils and the Somerset Patriots coming your way after this. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium, the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Somerset Patriots. About to begin Game 3 of this 6-game homestand. The Patriots have won the first 2. Somerset now at 23-18 in the second half. The Fightin's now at 19-22. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Sit back and enjoy another beautiful night for baseball here in Baseball Town. Our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the visiting Somerset Patriots. Jason Dominguez right back in the leadoff spot for the Patriots. Ben Rice will be batting in the 2-hole. Augustine Ramirez will be batting third and is the DH tonight for Somerset. Elijah Dunham back in the cleanup spot. Caleb Durbin back in the starting lineup for Somerset after a night off. Will be batting fifth. Batting sixth is Mickey Gasper. Batting in the seventh spot is Aaron Polensky. Batting eighth is Jesus Bastidas. And batting ninth is Max Burt. That lineup will be facing a left-hander for the Fightins, David Parkinson.
The red-hot David Parkinson, 7-4, a 4.02 ERA, 18 games, 17 starts, 94 innings, 94 hits allowed, 36 walks, 97 strikeouts, and a batting average against of .258. Numbers overall pretty solid, but when you really break it down, I'll specifically go on his last 6 starts dating back to July the 7th. 5-0, a 1.30 ERA, 35 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting just .208 against him. He's been really good. We'll have a lot more on Parkinson throughout the night, but it's been a consistent arm that Reading will look to try and get win number 1 of this week's series.
Our EPAW Weather Consulting game time temperature, another beautiful night of 87 degrees, a sun-splashed night. Wind blowing at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Right now blowing out to left field. Our weather brought to you by EPAW Weather Consulting, source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. And Jason Dominguez, the top prospect in the Yankees organization, will lead off, the switch hitter, batting right-handed for the first time in this series, and he takes the first pitch from David Parkinson over for a called strike. Dominguez having a good series so far. He is 4 for 8 in the series. 0-1 pitch is a bit low with a breaking ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Dominguez on the season at .244 with 14 home runs and 60 RBIs. 1-1 pitch coming from Parkinson. Swing and a miss and a nasty breaking ball at the back foot of Dominguez. And Parkinson out ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The home run, the 14th home run of the season, Dominguez hit last night, a bomb over the top of the Reders Event Center. 1-2 pitch. Fastball up high that Dominguez lays off, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good sequence by Parkinson. Goes back-to-back curveballs. Tries and gets Dominguez to chase a fastball upstairs. See if he goes back up or maybe now tries to work the curveball off that. 2 balls, 2 strike, and a pitch. Over for a called strike 3, David Parkinson. Strikeout number 104 on the season. Number 98 on the season for the lefty. And the first out here recorded in the first. Number 104 would be the number that would put him back in the team lead. Mick Abel currently leads the team with 103 after his 7 strikeout performance last night. The two of them have pretty much played a game of leapfrog in essence in terms of jumping over each other for the team strikeout lead.
That'll bring up Ben Rice. Of course, that category not so much in the win column, where Parkinson with his 7 wins is far away from everyone else in the win column for the Fightins. Ben Rice at .322 since his call up from High A Hudson Valley. He has been quite impressive in a Somerset Patriot blue and gray uniform. The Dartmouth University product takes one on the inside corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Parkinson working quickly back with the curveball, and the lefty thought he got it. But the home plate umpire, Pete Talkington, says no, it was inside. And a long look from David Parkinson on the mound. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now to the left-hand hitting Ben Rice. Another curveball trying to get the outside corner, but that one missed outside. Now it's 3-1 to Rice, who's 2 for 10 in this series, but both hits are home runs. Parkinson's 3-1 pitch. Ripped into right field, down the line. Going to be a long run for Jalen Ortiz, but he's there in plenty of time for out number 2.
Yeah, Parkinson goes with a fastball, a bit up and in on that 3-1 pitch to Ben Rice, who, like we've seen, how dangerous he can be already through a couple of games in this series. And anytime you can get Ben Rice to hit some weak contact, you got to be happy about it. He has been just so good since his call-up to Somerset back on July the 18th.
Augustine Ramirez now bats for the Patriots with 2 down here in the first. And he started and stopped. The pitch is up high. The defense behind Parkinson tonight. Ethan Wilson is in left. Marcus Lee Sang is in center. Guy that just caught the last fly ball, Jalen Ortiz, is in right. Carlos De La Cruz is at first base. Pedro Martinez at second. Nick Ward gets to start at shortstop tonight. And Robbie Glendinning at third. Max McDowell back in the lineup for the Fightins behind the plate. And the pitch to Ramirez is up high. It's 2 balls and no strikes now to the 3-hole hitter, Augustine Ramirez, playing in his 9th game for Somerset. 6 for 34, including 2 hits in this series since coming to the Patriots. And that one's outside, and a very uncharacteristic 3 balls and no strike deficit now for Parkinson. Back and catches the outside corner with a fastball. It's 3-1. Ramirez promoted to Somerset from High A Hudson Valley on August the 8th. Started the season at Tampa, was promoted at the end of June to Hudson Valley. So he's at his 3rd level in 2023. And a big swing and a miss there and another fastball. And Parkinson has worked his way back now to a full count. 3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Ramirez at Tampa played 56 games at Tampa, hit 245 with 7 home runs. In 27 games at Hudson Valley, hit 384 with 9 home runs. 3-2 pitch, a breaking ball and a beauty, locked him up, and that will do it. Parkinson comes from 3-0 and ends up striking out Augustine Ramirez to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Patriots. When we come back to Baseball Town, the Fightins will bat for the first time tonight.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Actually, the Reading Keystones, to be more precise, on a throwback Thursday night. Nick Ward will be in the leadoff spot. Carlos De La Cruz in his customary number 2 hole. Oliver Dunn, the red hot. Oliver Dunn bats 3rd. Robbie Glendinning will bat cleanup. Ethan Wilson 5th. Jalen Ortiz bats 6th. Marcus Lee Sang will bat 7th. Max McDowell 8th. And Pedro Martinez will bat 9th. That lineup will be facing right-handed pitcher for Somerset, Richard Fitz, and his first pitch to Nick Ward is over for a called strike 1.
Richard Fitz, it's his 4th start against Reading this year. Not earned a decision yet as a 2.76 ERA. Overall 9-5, a 3.38 ERA across 21 starts this year. Fitz, someone who can really just describe as a workhorse. 119 2/3 innings pitched. 30 walks to 130 strikeouts. Last time out, he earned the win after crossing 6 shutout frames against Binghamton last Thursday.
Considered the number 8 prospect in the Yankees organization before the season began. This is just his 2nd season of professional baseball. out of Auburn University. Ward swings and fouls this one out of play. It's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nick Ward, who did not play in last night's game, played in the series opener and went 1 for 4 batting out of the leadoff spot. Ward, the 27-year-old native of Westchester. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the off-speed pitch that Ward was way out in front of, out number 1 here in the first.
And Richard Fitz, like we said, he paces the league in a lot of categories. He's first in the league in strikeouts, leads the league in innings pitched, tied for first in games started, also second in ERA, first in WHIP. The list goes on and on. So not only has he been a workhorse, gives them length, but he's also putting up great numbers too.
So to bring up Carlos De La Cruz, who is only 1 for 8 so far in this series, although he has had a couple of base hits taken away from him. Heard some long fly balls that got tracked back to the wall, but ultimately to no avail. First pitch to him is over for a called strike 1. Fitz working quickly, comes right back this time and misses outside. The defense behind Fitz, Aaron Polinsky is in left, Jason Dominguez is in center, Elijah Dunham is in right, Mickey Gasper is at first, Caleb Durbin is at second, Jesus Bastidas is at shortstop, Max Burt at third, and Ben Rice back behind the plate as Carlos De La Cruz fouls a pitch out of play, and Fitz works ahead of De La Cruz, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's right back with the next pitch, and that is up and ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fitz the fastball consistently in the 93 to 97 range, but it's got some movement on it that the scouts really like. A slider and a changeup in his arsenal. That one's low and away, and a good take by De La Cruz runs the count full. Carlos 271 on the season, team high of 20 home runs and 58 RBIs in total. This one driven into left center field, turn and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21, and the Fightins jump out on top.
Well, when you're working against a pitcher as good as Richard Fitz, you want to try and get out to an early lead against him. And De La Cruz, a no-doubter off his bat, 387 feet, 108 miles per hour off the bat. And he knew it was gone right away. Admired it, looked back to the dugout, gave a little bat flip. And how about that from Carlos De La Cruz? Lucky number 21. Some could say blackjack for Carlos De La Cruz here in the 2023 season.
Yeah, the guy coming to the plate was hot on his heels in the home run category, Oliver Dunn, and hot being the operative word for Oliver Dunn at 288 now in the season, 19 home runs and a team high 70 RBIs. First pitch to him is a strike, the second is a ball, and the second one also outside, ball 2. Dunn 4 for 7 in the series, 3 RBIs in this series, including his 19th home run. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-hand hitter. And he rips one foul down the line off the fence facing of the Savage 61 dugout suite, but hit hard enough that first base coach Ray Ricker ducked just in case. It was hooking hard around him. But Coach Ricker was going to take no chances. This one's up high again. It's 3-1. Of course, manager Al Padrique in the third base coaching box for the Fightins. 3 balls and a strike now to Oliver Dunn. Fouls that one straight back off the backstop. The count is now full.
I was going to say, wondering if De La Cruz felt the pressure of Oliver Dunn coming right up on his heels. Dunn has 19 home runs. De La Cruz had 20, now 21. So a little bit of a race for that top spot.
3-2 pitch hit on the right side. Gasper, the first baseman, ranges to his right. He'll need the pitcher covering, and Fitz gets there in time to get Oliver Dunn for out number 2 in the first.
So what was the one summer? 90, was it 97 McGuire Sosa?
98.
98, the McGuire Sosa great home run chase. Of course, you know, 2 guys who did it totally cleanly.
Yeah, I don't think Carlos De La Cruz will be tested in any way for anything based on his body type, as Robbie Glendinning will step in. And the first pitch to him is the outside corner for a called strike. I don't think you would confuse either Mark McGuire and or Sammy Sosa and Carlos De La Cruz if they were standing side by side. 0-1 pitch to Glendinning. Slow roller third base side. Max Burt up with it. Long throw across the diamond into dirt, but scooped out by Mickey Gasper. And that'll do it for the Fightins in the first. But they put one across on the bomb by Carlos De La Cruz. The lone hit in the inning. And after one here at America's greatest ballpark, it is 1-0 Fightins on top.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public golf courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit the ManorGolfClub.com for more information. Top half of the second inning, 1-0 Fightins on top. Elijah Dunham leads it off for Somerset, swings at the first pitch and rolls it right back through the middle for a base hit, the first hit of the game for the Patriots, and a leadoff base runner here in the second.
Yeah, pitch has just got a little bit too much in the middle of the plate. Dunham doesn't hit it line drive, but hits it hard up the middle on the ground. 102 off the bat when it's all said and done, and leadoff base runner. But, you know, if you're David Parkinson, you know, similar thing. Try and get a ground ball here towards the middle and try and flip two.
That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. Durbin just coming back off of injury rehab. Played the first half of the first game of this series and went 1 for 2, and they took him out after 5 innings. Back in the starting lineup and playing at second base in this one, and takes the first pitch from Parkinson a bit high for a ball. As Dunham takes his lead off at first, he has 14 stolen bases on the year. Parkinson looks and then delivers to the plate, over for a called strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Durbin, hitting at .266 on the season with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Durbin made a tremendous defensive play in his time on the field on Tuesday night. Took a base hit away from Carlos De La Cruz as he rolls a slow roller foul down the third base line. Raul Dominguez, the manager, first-year manager for the Somerset Patriots, will pick it up, turn it into a souvenir. Aaron Bossi coaching at first base for the Patriots. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter, Caleb Durbin. Way inside, Durbin almost stepped into it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We had that a couple of times last night, late in the ball game, where Somerset was kind of leaning into some pitches. Tommy McCullum, who's coming up and inside and hit a couple batters. There's a feeble swing and a miss and a breaking ball that Durbin was way out in front of, and that'll be strikeout number 3 for Parkinson.
Really nice curveball again by Parkinson. That one at 78 just kind of fell right out of the bottom of the zone, and got a good swing and a miss for the first out.
He's really effective with that curveball against left-hand hitters. 2 left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for the Patriots. A couple of switch hitters, including the guy at the plate in Mickey Gasper. Batting right-handed, a high chopper off the front of the plate. Ward has to back up. Throw to second is just in time to get Elijah Dunham. Hit right in front of the plate and took a monstrous bounce, and Ward had to wait for it to come down. And they just get Dunham at second base for out number 2.
That's one of those plays as an infielder. There's nothing you can do. You can't charge it. You can't do anything to speed up gravity, in essence. And Ward does a good job, fields it perfectly, and there's no throw to first at that point. So he's able to make a strong throw to second and beat the runner Dunham by about half a step.
That'll bring up Aaron Polensky. He did some damage last night with a couple of hits, including a double and a home run and 3 RBIs. He swings and misses the first offering from Parkinson. Yeah, if there was runners at first and second, I think he could have called an infield fly rule on that ground ball as high up in the air as that thing was. All balls on a strike to Polensky. This one's outside, ball one. So Gasper, the runner at first base now with 2 down here in the second inning. Polensky at 206 on the season. Home run last night, his 7th of the year. Breaking ball ripped foul down the third base line. Parkinson, 27 years of age. Played his college baseball for Ole Miss. Been a couple of tough seasons over the last 2 for Parkinson, but seems to have figured it out, found his love for the game again, and winning baseball games here in Reading in 2023. This pitch up high for a ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Polensky. Parkinson thought he caught the inside corner. Polensky jumped out of the way of it, trying to help sell the pitch a little bit more. And he gets the call. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the runner at first, Mickey Gasper, will be off on the pitch. This one driven into shallow center field. Going to be a long run. Marcus Lee Sang will close the gap and make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the second. For Somerset, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of the second when we return to Baseball Town, 1-0, Fightin's on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Crazy hot dog vendor doing his thing in between innings as we head to the bottom half of the second inning here in Baseball Town, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living facility, not for profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. Ethan Wilson leading off for the Phils. First pitch from Richard Fitz is a high for a ball. The second one is lined into right field for a base hit. Ethan Wilson, a leadoff base hit here in the second.
Ball was smoked, too. It was an off-speed pitch that was over the middle of the plate. Wilson just gets the barrel on at 109 off the bat. And a leadoff single for Ethan Wilson, who's had a good couple of days now in this series.
I'll bring up Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz had the night off last night, back in the lineup after an 0 for 4 night on Tuesday night. Also with good speed at first base, decent lead. First pitch to Ortiz, a bit outside for a ball. It was kind of funny to watch Jalen Ortiz last night with the night off, just kind of trying to find something to keep himself busy. He was in batting practice. He was taking ground balls at first, which is normal. Then he was taking some at short. Then he was taking some at third. Big swing and no contact. Then when the game started, he started to walk down to the bullpen. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do in a bullpen. I guess he figured, I'll see what life looks like in a bullpen. And then I watched it at one point in time. He had a bat up in the dugout. And he was trying to time pitches. He was trying to find something to keep himself busy in the dugout and with the night off as he swings and misses at another. And it goes outside the strike zone to get that one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to 24-year-old right-hander Jalen Ortiz.
I'm always a big proponent of whether you're playing or not, still want to kind of keep yourself mentally engaged in the game. Should a situation arise where you do have to pinch hit or come in, you're kind of mentally into the game.
1-2 now to Ortiz. Way up high, ball 2. Also kind of the personality of Jalen Ortiz. He's a guy that likes to have some fun and enjoys his time around the ballpark for sure. It's 2-2 now to Ortiz. Wilson taking his lead off of first and staring into the sun as he does so. Fitz delivers on the outside corner for a called strike 3, and Ortiz knew it. That's out number 1 here in the second.
Yeah, good spot by Fitz, 93, right on the outside corner. Said Fitz the guy that strikes a lot of batters out. So just 2 tonight so far through inning and a third.
I bring up Marcus Lee Sang. Playing his 3rd game since being called up from Jersey Shore. He's 2 for 7. The hit in both of the 2 games he's played. If you caught any of our pregame show, we were talking about Marcus Lee and his abilities in center field. He's made some great plays so far in center field. Went for a long run to get the final out in the top half of the 2nd inning in this one. And this one misses outside. It's 2-0 now to Sang. Left-handed thrower, left-handed hitter is Marcus Lee Sang. A very solid year in Jersey Shore before his call-up. Hit .268 with 8 home runs and 53 RBIs. Wilson started and then stopped, and the pitch is up high again. It's 3-0.
Yeah, we've seen Wilson kind of look pretty runnerish out there. Last 2 at-bats as well. He's 10 for 15 this year in stolen bases, so he's a threat to run. He's second amongst active Phillies in stolen bases.
3-0 pitch, Sang taken all the way and takes one for a called strike. Marcus is 22 years of age, native of Maryland. Phil's drafted him in the 11th round in 2019 out of Northern High School in Owings Mills, Maryland, which is just outside of Baltimore. 3-1 the count to him. Wilson does take off on this one. The pitch is outside, ball 4. And Ethan Wilson will get dirty with the slide into second base, which he didn't have to. Phil's have 2 on now and 1 out in the second.
Ethan Wilson's a hard-nosed player. He likes to be dirty.
That's absolutely true.
But I think he had that base stolen regardless. Obviously, it doesn't matter with it being ball 4, but still, it was a great jump by Wilson. Was really kind of working hard the last 2 at-bats to time up Fitz, and he was able to do so.
Let's bring up Max McDowell. Max back with the Fightins after spending a couple weeks at AAA with the Iron Pigs. First at-bat, first start back for McDowell, hitting a .210 on the season. Swings at the first pitch, drives this one down the line in left field. Going to be a long run for Polensky, but it will drift onto the third base grandstand and out of play. And turns into just strike 1 for Max McDowell.
McDowell also sporting a new number with Reading. Was
right.
48, now he's 51.
Ethan Wilson takes the lead off of second. He singled. Marcus Lee Sang off of first. He walked. 1 out here in the second. Pitch at the letters. And called strike 2 for McDowell. He doesn't think so.
I mean, if a catcher doesn't think so, then it's probably not a strike.
Pete Talkington calling the balls and strike. Kevin Madzuk at first. Paul Romer is at third on our umpiring crew tonight. There's no balls and 2 strikes now to McDowell. Way up high that time, and Max lays off. It's 1-2. McDowell, Pittsburgh native. His high school baseball at Norwin High School. Still runs some camps in Pittsburgh during the offseason. Played his college baseball at UConn. He's a 3-year starter for the Huskies. 1-2 to him as he stands in. Checks his swing, but they'll appeal and say he went around at his strike 3, and McDowell is out number 2 here in the second.
Yeah, Kevin Munzak at first said he went. I don't think McDowell thought he went up here. It didn't look like it, but probably need a better angle than our view up here to see whether or not he went. But Martinez, pair of hits last night. See if he can drive in at least a run here.
Joe Martinez, the 9-hole hitter for the Fightin, switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-handed pitching Fitz. 2 on, now 2 out. And first pitch to Martinez is up and away, ball 1. So the Phils are making Fitz work. And Of course, he has been very durable. Jake gave you the numbers early on in the season. He's taking the ball every 5th day, and he's given them some quality starts each and every outing for the most part. 1-0 pitch is again up and away, ball 2. So we'll see what Al Padrique does with Pedro Martinez with a 2 balls and no strike count now. The top of the order, Nick Ward in the on-deck circle. Defense plays Martinez around the other way in the infield. And this one's inside, ball 3. And that was one of Martinez's hits last night. Going the other way, slapped it down past the third baseman and into left field for a base hit. Now he's in a 3-0 count. One would assume that he is taking here. And he does take it. It's over at the letters for a called strike 1.
Yeah, Fitz got one over top of the zone. Looked like Martinez taking all the way. Now at a 3-1 count. Still very much a hitter's count. Looking 1 pitch, 1 spot.
Sliced the other way to left, but it will hang up long enough for Aaron Polensky to close ground on it and make the catch for the 3rd and final out. For the Phils in the 2nd, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left to complete in Baseball Town. Fightin's 1, Patriots nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Good crowd on hand tonight here at the ballpark. Fireworks to follow and more baseball to follow here as well. Fightins and the Patriots will conclude this series right up and through Sunday. And more fireworks both Friday and Saturday. Saturday's Harley Night. All adults receive an R-Phil's Harley Night game cap. And then on Sunday, kids receive a Bryson Stott bobblehead. So gifts for the parents and the kids, depending on which night you choose to come out. Baseball for everybody here at the ballpark. First pitch swinging here in the 3rd is Jesus Bastidas. A lazy fly ball to shallow right field. And Jalen Ortiz will squeeze for out number 1 here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, if you're David Parkinson, you'll certainly take that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
So if, in fact, you do want to come out and see the Phils and the Patriots, there are tickets available for each and every one of the remaining 3 games in the series. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. 610-370-BALL or online at ourphils.com. Max Burt now batting for the Patriots. The first pitch from Parkinson is over for called strike 1. Burt hitting at .243 on the season as he stands in. And the second pitch misses just a bit low. It's 1-1. Burt 0 for 6 so far in this series. Does have 10 home runs on the year. 1-1 pitch. Another curveball. And that one, too, just misses. That one outside. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, last 2 just off the outer edge of the plate from Parkinson. Good spots, but just missing by a hair.
Back with his 2-1 pitch. Burt fouls this one out of play. Burt spent a better part of a month, just shy of a month, at AAA Scranton, but only played in 7 games in Scranton. Went 2 for 16. We're coming back here to Somerset. Breaking ball and a beauty in the back foot. Burt swings over the top of it for strike 3. That's out number 2 here in the 3rd.
4th strike out for David Parkinson so far tonight. And once again, just picking up where he left off against a really good Somerset team. Pitch count for Parkinson, 36 so far.
So back to the top of the order, and Jason Dominguez, who began the game with a strikeout. Switch hitting Dominguez, batting from the right side against the left-handed pitching David Parkinson. Breaking ball and a beauty to Dominguez for a called strike 1. Dominguez signed by the Yankees, international free agent in 2019, one of the more heralded players in that international signing pool. The Yankees paid heavily to sign him. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He's quickly ahead of Jason Dominguez, who's just 20 years of age and only turned 20 in February. Parkinson, veteran lefty, back with his 0-2 pitch. That one on the inside corner, tried to get him thinking another curveball and get him with a fastball, but he missed inside. It's 1-2. Right back, 1-2. Another curveball and swing and a miss, strike 3. And Parkinson, 2 strikeouts up to 3 outs in the 3rd as the Patriots go 1-2-3 to the bottom of the 3rd. When we come back to Baseball Town, it remains Reading 1, Somerset nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Reading Fightin' Phils, Somerset Patriots doing battle in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Presented to you by Swartz-Culleton, representing injury victims in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. If you've been injured, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Top of the order, and Nick Ward leading off for the Fightins here in the 3rd. They lead at 1-0, thanks to the solo home run from Carlos de la Cruz back in the 1st. Ward, the strikeout victim, his first time up, and the first pitch to the left-hander is up high for a ball. Nick Ward played his high school baseball at Unionville High School. Eventually ended up playing his majority of his college baseball career at Westchester University. Helped lead the Golden Rams to the Division II National Championship in 2017. Swing and a miss here. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Ward. Fouls this one straight back. Ward called up from Jersey Shore on August the 8th. This is 5th game in a Fightins uniform. 94 games for the Blue Claws. He hit .270 with 8 home runs and 50 RBIs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one a high chopper over the mound. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop, Bastidas. And they say in time at first base as Ward just gets eked out at first base for out number 1. High chop over the mound, and Bastidas was closing behind the bag and had a long run to come in and get it. Had to wait for it to come down, but strong enough for the arm to just get Ward at first. So here is De La Cruz. He jacked one up and over his own face on the scoreboard. His last time up, clearing the scoreboard in left center field for his 21st home run of the season. First pitch to him is a ball. The second one is way outside. It's ball 2 to De La Cruz. De La Cruz with not only his 21st home run, but his 59th RBI of the season. Fouls this one on a late swing out of play. Carlos has led this team in home runs pretty much from opening day on. But as we said after his home run, that the guy in the on-deck circle, Oliver Dunn, is closing in fast behind him. This one lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. De La Cruz with another hit. Going the other way into right field.
Carlos De La Cruz, another good piece of hitting right there. And he's 2 for 2 tonight.
De La Cruz now with 118 hits. Eastern League leader in hits on the season. Today's our Phil's team leader, brought to you by cross-country mortgage loan officer Johanna Arias. Well timed for the man at the plate, Oliver Dunn, who leads them in hitting. Leads them in RBIs, leads them in doubles as well. He's cross-country mortgage loan officer Johanna Arias, our Phil team leader. De La Cruz takes off. Ben Rice cannot hold on to the ball on the pitch, and De La Cruz will move up to second base on the stolen base. Is that his first?
I think
I gotta
it's
look
his
that
third
up.
of the year.
Must have been back ends of
Third
a
of the
double
year.
steal. I don't remember a whole lot of those steals from Carlos De La Cruz, but he had a great jump. And he steals that one, ultimately without a throw, as Rice could not get it out of his glove cleanly. Pitch to Oliver Dunn was a strike. So De La Cruz now in scoring position with 1 out. And the guy who leads the team in RBIs, Oliver Dunn at the plate, takes one up high for a ball. So again, you can contact Johanna Arias, cross-country mortgage loan officer, at 484-554-9969. 1 ball and 1 strike to left-hand hitting Oliver Dunn. Pitch this time does take a look back at De La Cruz, and a pitch up high that Dunn chases after and misses the fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dunn. Oliver leading the Fightins in a number of categories. He's among the league leaders in walks as well. 1 and 2 to him here. This one lifted down the third base line and slicing towards the picnic area and will reach the 67 club. Max Burke, the third baseman, gave it a chase but ran out of room. It stays 1 ball and 2 strikes to Oliver Dunn. Dunn, part of the Yankees organization last year, played 29 games in Somerset and 7 more in Scranton last year in the Yankees organization. 1 and 2 to him here. Checks his swing, they'll appeal, and they say he went around. Oliver Dunn is not very happy about that and is out number 2 on the strikeout. So that'll bring up Robbie Glendinning. Glendinning out on a ground out his first time up. Glendinning playing in his 5th game for the Fightin' Phils. Since being signed by the Phillies organization after being released by the Orioles a week ago. 2 for 8 now in a Fightins uniform. This time he checks and does not go around. 1 ball and no strikes to the Perth, Australia native. Played for Australia in the World Baseball Classic this past spring. This one is over for a called strike 1 with the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Glendinning. Glendinning was originally drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates out of the University of Missouri. Released by the Pirates. And signed by the Royals, traded by the Royals to the Orioles. And this one he lifts into right field. Elijah Dunham will have to come in a couple of steps. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Phils in the 3rd. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. 3 completes at America's Classic Ballpark. It's the Fightins 1, Patriots nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800 587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Got a pitcher's duel in Baseball Town through 3 innings with the Patriots and the Phils. 1-0 Reading on top. And as we head to the top half of the 4th inning, taking over play-by-play, my broadcast partner, Jake Stahl.
Thank you very much, Bob. Top half of the 4th inning, 1-0. Reading has the lead as David Parkinson's back on the mound for inning number 4 of work. And the first batter he'll get is Ben Rice. 2-3-4 in the Patriots lineup, due up in the frame. First pitch over to Rice is dribbled foul towards the Phil's dugout on the right side. It's 0-1. Ben Rice, who has been nothing but remarkable since joining Somerset back on July the 18th. Here's the 0-1. It's another curveball. This time misses down. It's 1-1. 2 for 11 in the series, 0 for 1 tonight. As Bob said last time up, Rice's 2 hits have both been home runs. Next pitch is another off-speed pitch that misses just beneath the knees of Ben Rice. Cohasset, Massachusetts native, not too far out from Cape Cod. Played his college ball at Dartmouth out of the Ivy League. 2-1. Rice chops it on the ground to the right side. Over to his left, Martinez fields it in the outfield grass. And his throw to first is in time for out number 1 for Augustin Ramirez.
The home runs in this series, including the one by De La Cruz tonight, the ones by Ben Rice, last night Jason Dominguez, have been a whole lot. There have been a lot of cheapies. There have been no cheapies in this one. I mean, this ballpark has been known to give the hitters a little leeway, but the home runs in this series have been bombs.
Ramirez digs in, 1 out in the top of the 4th. First pitch is over, and it's swung on and fouled. Out of play on the right side, it's 0-1.
I mean, Ben Rice hit one on the roof on Tuesday night at the Redners Event Center. We were debating tonight, the one by Jason Dominguez last night was further than that. May have cleared it.
0-1. Breaking pitch down low. Trying to check his swings, Ramirez. So they'll appeal to first, where first base umpire Kevin Munzak will say he went. So no balls and 2 strikes. Curveball's really been on tonight for David Parkinson. No balls, 2 strikes to Ramirez. The lefty winds and fires. Swung on and fouled straight back in front of the press box. Takes a hard carom off a seat about 25 rows up and then shoots down to about row 5.
Head on a swivel, folks.
No balls and 2 strikes again. Parkinson, the Ole Miss product, will work home the 0-2. That's in tight for a ball 1-2. Went back to a fastball to the righty. Of course, we talk about Dartmouth. We talk about Ivy League. One of the leagues that remained unchanged. No movement, no realignment. 1-2's down low for a ball 2-2 because in this day and age of college football, you can pick at really any school out of a hat and you don't know what conference they're in or they might be moving to.
Yeah, there's no such thing as geography anymore when it comes to college football and all of sports.
College football specifically.
Right.
2-2, swung on, chopped on the ground towards short. Ward waits back on it, fields with a backhand, throws the first in time. Out number 2 for Elijah Dunham here in the top half of the 4th inning.
In addition to which, it's not your math skills are going to be kind of scooped up too if you're following college sports, because the Big Ten is now going to be up to 18 teams. The Big 12 is going to be at about 16 teams.
The Pac-12 is going to be at 4 teams.
The Pac-12 is going to be at 0 pretty soon.
Exactly. My guess is the Pac-12 will probably pull for the Mountain West, but can you really consider them a power conference anymore after that? Here's Elijah Dunham. First pitch upstairs for a ball 1. I mean, we're trending towards a power 2. That's what we're trending towards. It's going to be the SEC and the Big Ten, and it all depends. Does does the ACC, the Big 12, where do they go from there? Next pitch is in tight for a ball, 2-0. To Elijah Dunham.
Well, here's my bigger question. Do they eventually finally get around to changing the name of the conferences? I mean, you're still going to call it the Big Ten when you have 18 teams.
I mean, Big Ten hasn't had 10 teams since the 1980s. Next one's over for College Strike 2-1. Penn State joined in 91.
Or, yeah, somewhere in that neck of the woods. I don't remember the exact year.
And I believe they were 11.
Right.
Minnesota was 12.
And then
Rutgers and Maryland in 2014 were 13 and 14. Swung on and fouled off the R-Phil's dugout 2-2. The Big 18, the Pac-4.
But, I mean, it's not really hard. It's not graphically. I mean, I'm not a graphic artist by any stretch of imagination. Make that 10 and 8. If you think about it.
Draw a line down the middle.
Correct.
Here's the 2-2. Breaking pitch down low for a ball, 3-2. It's like that Big Ten commercial where they go across the country. Everyone jokes it's going to be 20 minutes long now.
Right.
But my rebuttal to that is it already starts in Pasadena. So
true.
There really isn't much more. You just have to go north for Oregon and Washington now. 3-2 to Dunham, misses down for a ball. So that's ball 4. That's a 2-out walk for Elijah Dunham, bringing Caleb Durbin to the plate for Somerset.
So we're first walked for either side in this ball game.
Two outs in the top of the fourth, 1-0 Reading leads. Caleb Durbin the batter as Elijah Dunham's the lone base runner. He'll lead off first. Pretty big lead. Right foot's on the outside part of the cutout. And they will throw over. They had him leaning for a second, but after a quick pause, Durbin waits as he watches Dunham slide back in head first safely.
Dunham does that 14 steals. Yeah, he wasn't sure which way to go. He started to go back, then he stopped for a minute actually going back, and then Parkinson obviously with the pickoff. Good thing he kept going back.
First pitch over is a ball, 1-0. Also, the world of sports, up in Williamsport, the Little League World Series going on. Chinese Taipei just completed a combined perfect game. It's the first Little League World Series perfect game since 2017. Next pitch chopped towards third. Charging Glendenning, he has it. Throws in the grass, it's low. De La Cruz digs it out, and it's in time, and the side is retired. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. One left for Somerset. 3.5 in the books. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Running up by 1 on the R-Phil's Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Reading a 1-0 lead, looking for more. Ethan Wilson will lead things off for Reading as 5-6-7 due up for Reading against Richard Fitz, who's back out for his fourth inning of work, the right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 215 from Helena, Alabama. First pitch home to Ethan Wilson, misses down for a ball. It's 1-0. Wilson has 1 of 3 hits tonight for the R-Phils. He singled back in the second. The left-handed bat awaits the offering here from the righty Fitz. And it's over for a called strike. It's 1-1. Wilson, a .259 hitter, 15 home runs, 51 RBI, drove in one last night in a 1-for-4 performance. Also struck out in the loss. Next pitch. That one bounces down low, 2-1. Ben Rice scoops it up. Richard Fitz will feature 4 pitches, fastball, changeup, slider, and a cutter. Fastball we've seen tonight sits mid-90s, 94 to 96, 2-1. Upstairs for a ball, 3-1 the count. Fitz, a 6th-round pick by the Yankees in 2021. Played his college ball at Auburn University. 3-1. That's upstairs, ball 4. Wilson works a walk, so Parkinson issued his first walk. That's the 2nd walk issued by Richard Fitz tonight. First being the Marcus Lee Sang a couple of innings ago. And now Jalen Ortiz, the batter for the Phillies.
Ethan Wilson's had one of those seasons where he's had some really good hot streaks and some kind of bad cold streaks. It's not that unusual in baseball. But I get a sense that a hot streak is coming. He's had much better at bats over the course of the last 2 nights, pulling a hit on a rocket his first time up.
And he goes. He gets a great jump. Throw to second from Rice on a hop, and it's in and out of the glove of Durbin, the second baseman. Wilson has the bag swipe.
So the Fightins clearly have a mark on Fitz in terms of stealing bases.
And Wilson specifically.
Right. Well, and with Carlos De La Cruz, too, and he had a great jump on Fitz as well. So you get the sense that the Phils know that he's not real good at keeping runners on base, and they get a good jump on him.
11th stolen base this year for Ethan Wilson. Last pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Ortiz will take it off the outside part of the plate. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Wilson had a stolen base his last time up, but it was ball 4 to Marcus Lee Sang, so obviously it was ultimately not a stolen base.
And he would have had the base stolen, too, for what it's worth. He had a great jump last time up in the 2nd. 2-0 to Ortiz. Swung on, fouled straight back. It's 2-1. Ortiz struck out looking his first time up. Sits right at a 201 average. 6 home runs, 23 RBI. Had a season best 3 hits back on Sunday at New Hampshire. He finished off that series on a strong foot. Next pitch. Down low for a ball, 3-1. Of course, it was a great day for the Phillies as a whole. Manager Al Padrique picked up win number 1,000 in his career on Sunday. We had a chance to talk with Al about the accomplishment and just reflect on his baseball career. Catch that interview in full next week on our YouTube channel. 3-1. That gets the outside corner. The fastball at 92. The count goes full now to Jalen Ortiz.
Of course, the Skip did spend a number of years coaching in the Yankees organization.
That's where most of his wins have come from.
Correct. He was in Trenton when the AA affiliate was in Trenton, and in Scranton for a number of years as well.
3-2. Swing and a miss, and Jalen Ortiz is down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 5th strikeout overall for Richard Fitz, and it'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang, who walked in his lone plate appearance tonight. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Reading leads 1-0, and Ethan Wilson on second. Al managed at every full season level for the Yankees. Charleston, when it was the low A affiliate for the Yankees. Here's the next pitch over. Lee Sang swings and misses 0-1. He managed at then high A Tampa, double A Trenton when it was, and triple A Scranton Wilkes-Barre, where he actually won a championship in his time with the Rail Riders, triple A affiliate of the Yankees. 0-1. Lee Sang swings and dribbles at foul 0-2. Yankees organization has undergone decent amount of shifting over the last handful of years. Charleston and Trenton no longer affiliates. Somerset, who used to be a member of the Independent Atlantic League, took the place of Trenton going into the 2021 season. Charleston also no longer a Yankees affiliate. Hudson Valley Renegades now the high A affiliate for the Yankees. Here's the 0-2. Lee Sang swings and fouls it back. Count stays the same. And then Tampa, like all the teams in the Florida State League, went from high A to just full season single A. And then, of course, short season A was wiped out prior to the 2021 season. Of course, the Phillies' former short season A affiliate were the Williamsport Crosscutters. 0-2. Down low for a ball, 1-2. On the topic of Williamsport, the Phillies will be at the home of the Crosscutters next Sunday night this Sunday night for the Little League Classic.
It's actually a Nationals home game.
It is correct. It is a Nationals home game. As crazy as that may seem. 1-2, swung on and fouled. 2nd time the Phillies play in that game. They also played back in 2017.
Yeah, some pretty cool comments from Bryce Harper the other day about how excited he is about playing in that. how he thinks that baseball should do more of that and thinking they should go back. There used to be a time when there was a baseball game played in Cooperstown on a regular basis. He said he got a chance to play in a youth tournament in Cooperstown, how excited he was to play in that when he was a kid, and thinks that Major League Baseball should go back to doing that and having a game up in Cooperstown
Kind of like
every
the
year.
Hall of Fame game on
Correct.
Hall of Fame weekend.
Correct. And once upon a time, there was a game played in Cooperstown every year, but ultimately, because of travel and scheduling, they did away with it.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Reading up 1-0. Wilson leads off second. The pitch to Lee Sang. That's down low, and it's blocked by Rice. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that's not to be dismissed. That block by Rice keeps Ethan Wilson at second base because obviously he moves up to third now with only 1 out. Fly ball can get him in.
And of course, Williamsport still is a team. They're part of the MLB Draft League, which is a summer collegiate league for draft-eligible players. 2-2. That one swung on, looped out towards center. In Jason Dominguez, he'll make the catch. Wilson will start the tag and then stop. A good thing he did because Jason Dominguez just unleashed an absolute cannon to third base. So Wilson stays at second. That's out number 2, and that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate.
Yes, Marcus Lee Sang hit it well, maybe too well, and it just hung up for Dominguez, who airmailed a throw the other night that actually helped and gave the Phils some extra offense as a result of that strong arm he has. Again, the question will be where Jason Dominguez ultimately settles as a defensive player once he gets to the major leagues. Center field, left field, right field, but he does have a strong arm.
2 outs for McDowell. First pitch home. That's up and away. It's 1-0. Max, making his return back to Reading, is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging. One ball, no strikes to McDowell. Bats from the right side. Next pitch home is outside. It's 2-0. But yes, Williamsport a part of a 6-team MLB Draft League. Took a few teams that lost affiliation. The State College Spikes, the West Virginia Black Bears, Mahoning Valley Scrappers it is, the Trenton Thunder in that league as well. Next pitch is in tight for a ball of 3-0. Actually, it got a piece of Max McDowell, so 2 out hit by pitch, and it puts runners on first and second now for Reading for Pedro Martinez.
Just grazed him. They almost got more of his uniform, it seemed like, than anything, but McDowell right away started to take the equipment off and head to first base. Because he's been through that before. Max been hit an awful lot over the course of this season. A 12?
I think that's 13. 13. Here's Pedro Martinez, the switch hitter. Bats from the left side. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
So Martinez in the same spot he was the last time up, but 2 went on, 2 outs.
Last time up, he flew out the left and the second inning. He's up in the count, 1-0. Richard Fitch checks back at Wilson, deals home. Swung on, slapped down the left field line, but it'll slice foul. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I find it very interesting the way that Somerset plays Pedro Martinez. Again, he's a switch hitter and batting from the left-hand side. They play him really over in the infield to pull, and the other way in the outfield, which is not a lot unusual against a normal left-hand hitter, but not so much against a switch hitter. But it really opened up that third base line for him.
1 ball, 1 strike to Martinez. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. That last pitch, also number 80 tonight for Richard Fitz. He's gone to the 90s a bunch. 106 is his season high, so probably see at least 1 more frame from Fitz. But the Artfield has done a good job working deep counts, getting runners on base, and getting the pitch count up. Against a really good pitcher. Now they'd love some more runs to show for it. Looks like time was called briefly. Now Martinez steps back in the box. Fitz the righty peers home. It's a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Reading leads 1-0 with runners on first and second. The pitch. Swing and a blooper towards the middle, and it's fielded by Pastidas. The shortstop will touch the bag himself, and that will retire the side here in the 4th. No runs for Reading. No hits, no errors. 2 left. We'll go to the 5th. Fightin's 1, Patriots 9 on the Artfields Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Top of the fifth inning, Reading holds on to a 1-0 lead. David Parkinson, who once again has been really strong, has allowed just one hit and a pair of base runners tonight. Back out for inning at number 5 of work, Mickey Gasper. First batter he'll get. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Patriots in the frame. Gasper 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up in the second. Parkinson, the lefty, will deal the first pitch home. And it's on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Parkinson's also been incredibly efficient tonight. This next pitch will be number 60 for him, and it's in there for a called strike 0-2.
Yeah, absolutely no reason for the bullpen to stir down the first base line, but things starting to move around a little bit down the third base line for Somerset. Fitz may start the 6th inning, but based on pitch count, maybe not finish the 6th.
No balls, 2 strikes to Mickey Gasper. Parkinson fires home a curveball and a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 tonight for David Parkinson. His stellar night continues, and that's out number 1 for Aaron Polensky.
Well, as I say that about Somerset, whoever was starting to move around and toss a little bit now sat back down. So clearly Richard Fitz will come back out for the 6th inning, or the bottom half of the 5th inning, I should say.
First pitch to Polensky, curveball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Just thought maybe they would get someone up in the event that he starts to get in some trouble in the 5th, because his pitch count is starting to mount a little bit.
0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Could have been a case of throw to get the arm loose and then start throwing once the inning starts, in case he gets into trouble. Because my guess is it's his inning until there is trouble.
Correct.
I mean, we take a look at his pitch count here. He is at 81.
Right.
Just 45 for strikes tonight.
So if he throws an efficient inning, he's around the norm of 90-some pitches. But if he gets in trouble.
Swung and fly ball, foul territory. Right side, De La Cruz races over. Won't be able to get to it. It lands on the warning track, a couple of feet in front of the fence. So, after that foul ball, count stays 0-2 to Aaron Polensky. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to Marcus Lee, sang in center his first time up. Parkinson deals home. Swinging a fly ball, hit out towards shallow right. De La Cruz and Martinez each race back. Martinez at second base who makes the call. And it hit off his glove and it lands in right field. And we'll see what they rule that against Pedro Martinez.
He did everything right but catch the ball. He called off the man. He's got a better angle on it than does De La Cruz and a better chance to get to it than Ortiz. Pedro Martinez did everything right. He simply dropped it. That'll be an error on the shortstop.
Third error of the year on Pedro Martinez. Is
on the second baseman, I said the shortstop.
Official call. So used to him playing shortstop.
Right.
So it's the 8-man Jesus Bastidas up at the plate. Bats have one out here in the frame. See if Parkinson can roll a double play ball here. Of course, that runner wouldn't be earned, but in a 1-0 game, every runner is valuable at this point. First pitch to Bastidas misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Infield plays the turn 2. Pedro Martinez, the second baseman, shaded by the bag. Next pitch home is swung on, bloop, foul, right side. It'll land in the Phillies bullpen, 1-1. Like Dominic Pipkin down there, tried to get out of the way of it. I don't think it was probably a hard one to get out of the way of. It wasn't really hit particularly hard. Steedis 0 for 1 tonight, flew out to left his first time up. The next pitch is down and in with a curveball. It will bounce in front of Max McDowell, who will block it. It's 2-1. Steedis 1 for 7 across the week. His one base hit was an RBI double that drove in a pair of runs. Also has scored 2 runs. It's 1 for 3 last night. Here's the pitch, runner goes. It's up for a ball. Throw to second is not in time. Max McDowell can't believe it. Looked like the throw may have beat the runner, but possibly the tag from Martinez at second didn't get down in time. And for Polensky, that's stolen base number 9 of the year. He's 9 for 10.
Yeah, it looked like the tag was on the shoulder, and so you assume if he's tagging the shoulder and the head first slide that the hand, the arm are outstretched and on the bag.
Here's the pitch. That's in ball 4 on a 3-1 offering. So back-to-back base runners allowed from David Parkinson. Second walk issued tonight. Puts runners on first and second, but you had the base open. You have the 9-man on deck. That's 0 for 1 of the strikeout tonight. So, strategy-wise might not be the worst thing in the world. Here will come pitching coach Brad Bergeson. Probably just to settle him down.
Yeah, it's become kind of a pattern, if you will, for David Parkinson in the outings he's had here in Baseball Town when we get a chance to see him pitch. He's been really good for the first 4 innings and really dominant almost for the first 4 innings. And in the 5th inning, he seems to get himself in a little bit of trouble that kind of wears on him a little bit. And by the 6th, it starts to kind of hit the wall for him. And so here he is in the 5th. And again, it's not all his doing. He should have a man on first and 2 outs. That pop-up should have been caught, and he'd be in a lot less of a jam, but nonetheless, he is in a 2-out. He does have 2 men on and only 1 out in this spot, and we are still only in a 1-0 game. So it's a big spot here for Parkinson, working against the 9-hole hitter, trying to get out of this inning.
As Bob said, 1-0 Somerset in the top of the 5th. Men on first and second, working against the 9-man Max Burt. The first pitch is down low for a ball. It's 1-0.
And I kind of think that has to be the message to Parkinson. Like, look, you're 1 pitch from getting out of this inning.
And you've had a great day so far. Neither runner being held on. Infield position to turn 2. The 1-0. Swung on, jam shot, popped up, straight up in the infield. Martinez and Ward both come in. Martinez, the second baseman, makes the call on the catch in the infield grass, and that's out number 2.
I'm just thinking while that ball's in the air, is Pedro Martinez going to call for it since he just dropped the last one, but that's not Pedro's style. He's going to take charge out there. Again, he's naturally a shortstop, and naturally on those kind of plays, it is the shortstop who takes charge, but Pedro, the second baseman, made the call and made the play.
Here's the ever so dangerous Jason Dominguez. 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. Bats with 2 outs. First pitch home. Curveball, swing and a miss. He's 0-1.
Well, he has made, I hate to say this too soon, but he's made Dominguez look bad so far.
Especially with that curveball tonight. Best thing about baseball, too, back to the Martinez thing, it seems like when you make an error, the ball seems to find you pretty quickly. No balls and a strike to Dominguez. Next offering. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2.
Yeah, I'm hard-pressed to believe that Parkinson throws Dominguez anything other than a breaking ball until he adjusts to it.
Looked like that last one was a fastball at 88. So would not be surprised at all if he goes back to the curveball here, down low to try and get in the chase. 0-2.
And he goes fastball
up.
Upstairs. I think that's kind of a show-me pitch.
A setup pitch.
Yeah, just to kind of change his eye level a little bit.
Now it's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Parkinson looking to escape a little bit of a mini jam. Lefty ready's at the belt, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. And he throws one that's just off the outside part of the plate, and I mean ever so slightly. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Dominguez is a young baseball player. He's just 20 years of age, but you can see he's got all the tools, but he's also got a very good eye and a very good sense for the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Parkinson readies. Here's the pitch. Curveball, and he
Got him to swing over it, but he gets a piece of it. It stays 2-2.
Yeah, that's just Dominguez. That's a very defensive swing for Dominguez, just trying to get a piece of it and keep himself alive. He's not had a good swing at that curveball at all so far.
Reading leads at 1-0. Parkinson against Dominguez, the Yankees' #2 overall prospect. Awaits the 2-2. Swing and flare towards right. Ortiz started in, and it goes over his head, and it 2-hops the wall. 1 run scores. Rounding third is Bastidas. The throw to the cutoff man is thrown home. It is not in time, and it's a 2-run double for Jason Dominguez, and the Patriots take the lead. It's 2-1.
So that's what I was saying about the spot with Burt, getting Burt out at that point, only because with Dominguez in the on-deck circle, you don't want to put him in a position that he can hurt you. And a ball that right at Jalen Ortiz, and he initially broke in and needed to get back on it. And once he broke in, he was burnt and over his head. And Parkinson's defense hasn't helped him out a whole lot in this game, but now he's trailing for the first time.
First pitch to Ben Rice, a curveball in there for a called strike, 0-1. A little bit of stretching in the bullpen, not really much more. Parkinson had 79 pitches, so if he can get this batter, we could see him come back out for the 6th. I mean, it's hard to really pin the runs this inning on Parkinson. We'll see how many of them go down as earned. Next pitch, a curveball that just misses off the plate. It's 1-1.
Max McDowell adamant in his argument.
He thought that was a strike.
Yeah, I mean, turning around and very demonstratively saying something to Pete Talkie, the home plate umpire. Again, very rare. You don't get a catcher, generally kind of unwritten rule. Catchers, if they're going to argue, they can just do it looking out at the pitcher. They don't turn around and look at the home plate umpire.
Ball and a strike here to Ben Rice. Next pitch is outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Rice, the left-handed hitter, he's 0 for 2 tonight. He's shown off his power a couple of times in this series already. Home runs in Tuesday and Wednesday each. As David Parkinson will appear home. Lefty on lefty matchup. Next pitch. Swung on and fouled on the left side, and it'll land in the seats. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the frame. Parkinson looking to escape it. He's at 82 pitches tonight, trying to keep that number down for the rest of this frame. Here's the pitch. That one just misses outside. The count goes full, 3-2. Parkinson ready at the belt again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The offering home is a curveball. Flared in the air, shallow left center. Marcus Lee, Sang, and Wilson each converge, and Wilson will make the call and the catch to retire the side in the 5th. Somerset does get 2. They do it on just 1 hit. There was an error, and they leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Somerset up by 1 on the Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phil's, 2 great hometown partners.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, Somerset taking control, 2-1. but the top of the Reading lineup is up. It'll start with Nick Ward, who will step in the left-handed batter's box. 0 for 2 tonight for the Reading leadoff man, who plays shortstop for the first time in his brief Reading tenure. First pitch home from Richard Fitz is over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Richard Fitz back out for inning number 5 of work. Reading's worked him. You have his pitch count up pretty high in the 80s. Next pitch to Ward is in tight for a ball. It's 1-1. They've got him base runners tonight. Runners aboard in every inning, but just the Carlos De La Cruz who waits on deck. His solo home run in the first inning is all the offense Reading has tonight. Ward swings over a 1-1 off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. Looks like the slider on that last pitch from Richard Fitz. Here's the 1-2 to Ward. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Ward, a local product. Grew up in Kennett Square. Played his high school baseball at Unionville. Part of the Chestmont League. College ball at Westchester, 2-2. Up and away, count runs full, 3-2. Ward will call for and be granted time. Started his year with Jersey Shore. Stellar year of the Blue Claws. Hit .270 across 94 games with Jersey Shore before his promotion to Reading. Played all 4 spots in the Blue Claws infield. 3-2. Swings and cranks one of the air out towards center. Dominguez will backpedal a couple of feet, drift to his right, and the center fielder makes the catch. That's out number 1 for Carlos De La Cruz.
Really liked what De La Cruz did his last time up, which was a line drive to right field. Just kind of took the pitch where it was thrown. Slapped it right into right field, hit it hard the other way.
Now De La Cruz steps in. He's 2 for 2 tonight, a home run and a single. He said he's accounted for all the Reading offense tonight. First pitch over. It's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. De La Cruz, 274 on the year, 21 home runs, 59 runs driven in. Next pitch is smacked in the ground to the left side. Charging is a third baseman. Burt fields it, stumbles, and throws the cross to first, and somehow gets the out.
Wow.
And that's out number 2.
Yeah, he lost the handle on it and spun himself around in a complete pirouette right about the shortstop spot of the infield and still made the throw right on the bag to get De La Cruz. Al Padrique is going to argue. I think Al thought he was off the bag on the grab. Al came sprinting across the diamond to argue with the first base umpire, Kevin Madza. It's a heck of a throw by Burt. Spinning around, you certainly kind of lose your bearings a little bit when you spin around like that, but he made the throw right on the bag.
So now it's 2 outs for Oliver Dunn. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and a strikeout. First pitch to him is on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Oliver Dunn, 286 hitter, 19 home runs, 70 RBI. He's had a red-hot month of August. The 0-1. Down low, it's 1-1. Dunn's homered in back-to-back games. He's homered 3 straight times, once this year. June 20th to the 22nd at Portland. 1-1, swinging a ground ball back towards the middle. Shortstop Bastidas had it played perfectly behind the second base bag. He'll throw on the first, and it's in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Richard Fitz. No runs, no hits, nobody left for the R-Phils. We'll go to the 6th. Somerset up 2-1 here on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing Stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top half of the sixth inning, 2-1. Somerset has the lead. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thanks for joining us as David Parkinson's back out for inning number 6. Augustine Ramirez up in the first pitch over for a called strike. Also a defensive substitution. Madison Stokes in at third base. Looks like a straight-up substitution for Robbie Glendinning, so not entirely sure what the situation is with Glendinning, but Madison Stokes now in. Stokes will bat in the 4th spot for Glendinning. Next pitch is a chopper towards second. Martinez charges, waits back on it now, throws the first in time. That's out number 1.
Right fielder
Elijah Dunham, the batter now. Dunham is 1 for 1 tonight. He has reached base twice. He walked and singled. Walked his last time up in the 4th. First pitch over. It's in tight for a ball. It's 1-0.
Stokes going to lead off the next inning because Oliver Dunn making the last out for the Phils in the 5th. Glendinning's spot was due up next.
Next pitch over for a ball. It is 2 balls and no strikes. As I said, Glendinning out, Stokes in at third base. Next pitch down low for a ball. Stokes has played third a good amount recently. 3 balls, no strikes here to Elijah Dunham. Parkinson winds and fires. That one's in tight. Ball 4. That's the 3rd walk issued tonight from David Parkinson. And that'll bring Caleb Durbin to the plate as simply some action in the bullpen. Bob, Max Coons.
Max Coons up and throwing in the Phil's bullpen, and that may be that quickly because here comes Al Padrique out of the Phil's dugout.
Al Padrique comes out. We'll see if that's going to be it.
Hasn't signaled yet.
And
there
now he signals. So, step in your future. This Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
New pitcher for Reading, it's Max Coons. Max Coons enters for David Parkinson, who was solid tonight. It's the 31st appearance of the year for Max Coons. 1-2 with an 8.13 ERA, 39 strikeouts, 24 walks across 27 2/3 innings pitched. Another strong outing tonight for David Parkinson. Can't earn a win, can earn a loss, but in Reading's case, you'd like that to become a no decision at some point here soon. First batter is Caleb Durbin. He hits a ground ball towards the middle. Ward dives, flips to Martinez for one. Throw to first is in time. Wow. What a play. 6-4-3, inning-ending double play, and the side is retired. Didn't take Coons long to get out of the inning.
One pitch.
No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth, 2-1 Somerset on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, and Madison Stokes will lead off for Reading. Stokes, for just joining us, entered last inning for Reading. First pitch to him is over for a called strike, 0-1. Entered for Robbie Glendenning. Looked like he walked off the field of a bit of a limp, so obviously hope Glendenning is okay. The 0-1. Stokes checks his swing and shoots it into the grandstand on the right side. It's 0-2.
Change for Somerset as well. Eduardo Torrealba now playing in at second base as Caleb Durbin again coming back off of an injury. Have played 5 innings the other night, playing 6 innings tonight.
Next pitch is the ball. Tried to check his swing. They'll put it first, and Kevin Munzak will say no swing.
I guess to be precise, Durbin played 5 innings in the field, just like he did the other night, coming out here in the 6th.
Next pitch to Stokes, shot up in the air, straight up, right field. In comes Dunham, the right fielder, and he'll make the catch. And that is out number 1. So, Madison Stokes is out. A lot of changes in game. Usually, if this day and age with the DH, you don't see it a lot. But Torrealba, like we mentioned, is in for Caleb Durbin, who's just coming off the injured list. So, in 5 innings Tuesday night, 5 innings tonight. Here's Ethan Wilson, 1 out in the 6th, upstairs for a ball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Ethan Wilson's 1 for 2 tonight. Also stolen a base. Next pitch to Wilson is down for a ball, 2-0. Wilson checked his swing and appears like he was able to hold up.
The other reason you don't see as many substitutions is there's just not as much depth on the rosters anymore. It'll have much more heavily sighted on the pitcher side.
Wilson swings and misses at a fastball up and in.
Al Padrique already has Casey Martin on the 7-day IL. Now we'll have to wait and see what this injury is with Glendenning. But just an already thin bench becomes thinner.
Of course, we'll provide any updates as we receive them. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Ethan Wilson. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Reading trails 2-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. It's 3-2.
But it is what makes a guy like Madison Stokes so incredibly valuable in today's game, because he can quite literally play every position on the diamond. The only one he hasn't played is pitcher and catcher, and he wants to catch.
Wilson will swing and foul it straight back.
He told us that in the pregame show. We had him on the last home series. I said, "Well, they have they let you try on the equipment yet?" And he said, "Man, I'm trying. I'm dying. I'm trying to talk somebody and let me try it. I really want to try catching."
3-2. Wilson swings, and it's a ground ball through the hole on the right side, a base hit. And Ethan Wilson's strong night continues with a one-out single.
Well, I said the last time up, I just kind of sensed that Ethan Wilson just seems to be seeing the ball better, making better swings, and even when he didn't get the good swing the last time up, he's worked himself a walk.
That'll end the night for Richard Fitz. Here's Raul Dominguez. We'll make a call to the bullpen, presented by Alvernia University. We'll be back after this on the Art Phil's Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Billy D's the new pitcher in for Somerset. Second time Reading sees him this week. Not technically this series, because he threw in Tuesday's suspended game, which technically counts for July 9th's game. But Billy D's is making his 7th appearance with AA Somerset. He's 0-1, a 2.35 ERA. 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Across 7 2/3. Opponents hitting .120 against him. First pitch to Jalen Ortiz is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Finished with another strong outing for Richard Fitz. Went 5 1/3. Gave up 4 hits, walked 2, only struck out 5. Reading's definitely cut down on the strikeouts tonight. 0-1. Outside for a ball, it's 1-1. Billy D started the year with High A Hudson Valley, called up to Somerset on July 25th. Here's the 1-1. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Was drafted by the Yankees in the 18th round of the 2021 MLB draft out of Pennsylvania State University.
Not the Pennsylvania State University?
Well, we don't have it trademarked yet.
Oh, okay.
Throw it at first. Wilson dives back in.
Ethan Wilson stole bases last time up and tried to steal one the time before that, but ultimately ball 4 took that away. But again, that was against Fitz, where the Phils clearly thought they had a notion that they could run on him. We'll see if they think the same of D's.
2-1. Top of the zone for a called strike, 2-2.
D's is a big guy at 6'8", so traditionally guys like that are slower to the plate.
Ortiz asked for and is granted time by home plate umpire, the crew chief for the staff, Pete Talkington. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the bottom of the 6th. Reading trails at 2-1. Ethan Wilson gets his lead off first. D's set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Jalen Ortiz is down on strikes for the third time tonight.
Center fielder Marcus Lee Sang.
2 outs in the inning now for Marcus Lee Sang.
Bailey Dees, a one-time teammate of former Phil and now current Lehigh Valley Iron Pig Taylor Lehman. Both were teammates at Penn State at one time. Taylor Lehman's senior year was Bailey Dees' freshman year at State College.
Digging in now is Marcus Lee Sang. First pitch is way inside. Lee Sang gets out of the way of it.
Not sure
somehow.
how.
It's
Not
one
sure
out.
he got out of the way of it. That was bearing down on his belt buckle, and somehow or another he was able to dance his way out of it.
Played under Rob Cooper at Penn State. Pitching coach Josh Newman probably worked closest with those two, Dees and Lehman. Next pitch, Lee Sang swings and misses. It's 1-1.
Both similar bodies in the sense of being 6'8". Dees a little thicker than Taylor Lehman, but both 6'8".
Ball and a strike, 2 outs here to Marcus Lee Sang. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 2-1. Of course, Rob Cooper now with Miami after leaving Penn State. Josh Newman, the former pitching coach with Purdue. Mike Gambino, former Boston College head coach, hired to lead the charge in Happy Valley, and a lot of optimism around that program going into the 2024 season. Next pitch, Lee Sang will crank it back foul, 2-2.
It is a great ballpark. Medler Field is Lebrona Park is a great facility.
I've worked a lion's share, that's what I did there. Nittany lion's share of games over the last 4.5 years. But no, it's a beautiful ballpark, great press box, great amenities. Here's the 2-2. That one's down low. They'll appeal towards second, where Paul Romer will say no swing. It's 3-2.
Yeah.
Really,
Somerset was headed off the field.
Really hope that State College can get affiliation back. They were originally the short season A for the Pirates, then were for the Cardinals, and then when the New York Penn League got slashed, they lost their affiliation. But ballpark that nice, and it's a great fan base too for the Spikes. So hopefully they get that affiliation back one day. Here's the 3-2. That's in tight ball 4. Lee Sang reaches via walk for the second time tonight. First walk issued by Bailey Dees, and that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate.
Another patient at bat for Marcus Lee Sang, just like he did his first time up and worked the walk. And the one time he did, he hit the ball well to center field, but just hung up on him. And that quickly, we're going to get a visit from pitching coach Grayson Crawford. Kind of unusual after just 2 batters. Going to come out and talk to Bailey Dees. There's nobody up in the bullpen.
It's not a stalling tactic.
Nope.
It might be an approach thing. It could be a you're fine thing. Look, it's a 2-1 game. Neither offense has really shown much tonight. So every run, like we talked about earlier, very valuable tonight. So McDowell, if he gets a base hit, Wilson's speed and how deep the outfield's playing, it's likely a run. So I want to make sure everyone's on the same page here. Full infield comes in as well. Pete Talkington joined the Talking 2.
Yeah.
That one will never get old.
No, it won't. And what the irony of this is that the meeting on the mound broke up, but Ben Rice, the catcher, is still out there talking to him. So why they're not forcing him to basically stop talking and go back behind the plate, I don't know. Generally when the home plate umpire goes out there, okay, the meeting needs to end. Well, the meeting ended, but the conversation didn't end.
I think the 30-second mound visit rule is very arbitrary. Max McDowell bats, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on, Reading trails 2-1. Bailey Dees, the tall righty, checks back at Wilson at second, peers again and deals home. And he just misses outside, it's 1-0. Max McDowell's 0 for 1 tonight. Did reach back in the 4th when he was hit by a pitch. 13th time he's been hit this year. That leads all Reading hitters. Dees ready at the belt, the pitch. That's outside, scoots away from the catcher Rice, but he's able to pounce on it quickly, and both runners will return to their mark.
Yeah, I just don't think Ethan Wilson really saw it cleanly, that he knew that he could get away. I think he would have had time. Rolled about 10 feet or so away from Rice, but he may have actually been blocked by the pitcher. He may have been blocked by the big body of Bailey Dees and really might not have been able to see where the ball rolled to away from Rice.
2 balls, no strikes to Max McDowell. Hitters count for him. Dees kicks and fires. McDowell takes an off-speed pitch that crosses the top of the zone. It's 2-1. Max a 209 hitter. He does have 5 homers. He's driven in 24 this year. Making his first start since returning from AAA Lehigh Valley. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on a fastball.
Pretty hefty cut there for Max McDowell. See if he doesn't make the adjustment now. There's 2 strikes. I cut back on that swing a little bit, just trying to make some contact.
He choke up, try and poke one on the right side. Big hole between first and second. Torrealba, the second baseman, plays pretty much behind the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. That's down low. Count goes full, meaning both runners are off on the pitch. Max McDowell, 190 hitter with runners in scoring position. Numbers 230 with 2 outs. Reading trails by 1. Ethan Wilson represents the tying run. Lee Sang the go-ahead run. They both get their leads. Nobody holding each on. And Dees will step off as it looks like him and Ben Rice were not on the same page. Now Dees gets a sign from Rice. The tall righty is set at the belt. 3-2. McDowell will swing and hit a lazy fly ball towards shallow center. Coasting in Jason Dominguez. He's there. Will make the catch. And that'll retire the side in the 6th. No runs for Reading. They did have a hit, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. Go to the 7th. Somerset still up 2-1 here on the Reading Fightin' Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Top of the 7th, Reading trails 2-1. Max Coons remains in the game, and Bob McCool will take you through the rest of it.
2-1 Somerset on top. Coons, who threw just 1 pitch to get out of the 6th inning, turned into a spectacular double play to end the top half of the 6th inning. Nick Ward making a diving stop behind the bag, flip to Pedro Martinez just to get the first out. It turned out to be the second out of the inning, and thought, well, if you got just 1 out of that, that's pretty good. But Martinez didn't give up on the play. He rifled it the first in time for the double play. So Mickey Gasper leads it off for the Patriots here in the top of the 7th. The first pitch from Coons is over for a called strike. Second one is flared down the third baseline. Madison Stokes giving chase and reaches up and makes the catch over the fence for the out. Madison Stokes never gave up on that one. He took it all the way to the fence along the third base grandstand and plucked it out of the crowd for the out. Excellent play by Madison Stokes. That's out number 1 here in the 7th. So the Phils had some defensive issues in the 5th that ultimately helped Somerset get their 2 runs. But they've made 2 nice plays now in the last 2 innings as Aaron Polinsky will bat. First pitch to him is a ball. Polinsky was safe on an error on a dropped pop-up behind first base. Pedro Martinez, the second baseman, was in position to make the catch but dropped it. And Polinsky came around to score the first of 2 runs for Somerset on the 2-run double by Jason Dominguez. That's what has the Patriots on top 2-1. 2-0 to Polinsky, and he'll pop this one up. This one into shallow right field, and Martinez is there for that one. And the second baseman will squeeze it for the out. So all things going well so far for Max Coons. Gets a ground ball double play, and now a couple of pop-ups to infielders for 2 outs here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Jesus Bastidas. Bastidas scored the other run in that 5th inning after walking. One of 3 walks surrendered by starter David Parkinson. He also flew out to right field, his 2 at-bats in this game. Parkinson goes 5 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were unearned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch. This one ripped into left field and turn and say goodbye. Bastidas will lay the bat on the ground and turn and roll around the bases with his 2nd home run of the season. A long home run up onto the Seidel Auto Group deck. It's now 3-1, Somerset on top.
Yeah, an off-speed pitch kind of on the inner part of the plate. Just dropped the bat head on it and rocketed it to left. 391 feet, 103 miles per hour off the bat. And Somerset gets a big insurance run.
And the trend in this series continues. There has been multiple home runs hit in this series, as you may expect, but not one of them has been a cheapie. Not one of them has been windblown, not a wall scraper, nothing. They've been blasts, including that one by Bastidas. So it's 3-1 Somerset as Max Burt now bats. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch from Coons is over for a called strike. This one beat onto the ground in front of the plate. Coons has him no balls and 2 strikes. This is the 31st appearance of the season for Max Coons. 27 2/3 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts, 24 walks. That's the 8th home run he has surrendered. 0-2 pitches lined in left center field and falling fast, and that will be in for a base hit. Marcus Lee Sang gets over and cuts it off in a couple of hops. Big turn for Burt. He is on base for the 4th hit of the night for Somerset. And with that, Al Padrique will head out of the dugout and head towards the mound. It looks like he wants to have someone different face the top of the order in Jason Dominguez. He has not yet signaled to the bullpen. Now he does. And it'll be Keelan Kilgore will be the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. More when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
As we said, going to break, the new pitcher for the Fightins with 2 outs here in the 7th will be left-hander Keelan Kilgore, making his 38th appearance for the Fightins. At one time he was, for a long time, he was the only left-hander in the Phils bullpen, but he now has at least a compadre from the left-hand side in Tristan Garnett. Picked up the win in Tuesday's completion of the suspended game. And Kilgore will come in to spin Jason Dominguez around and make him bat from the right-hand side, or back onto the right-hand side. And pickoff attempt will move Burt back to first base. Dominguez, of course, batted right-handed against David Parkinson. But the switch hitter stays now on the right-hand side with Kilgore batting. Dominguez 1 for 3 with that 2-run double his last time up. Struck out the first 2 times up. This one over for a called strike one. Kilgore, 26-year-old left-hander from Wichita, Kansas. Played his college baseball at Wichita State. Drafted by the Phillies in the 17th round in 2018. 0-1 pitch. Dominguez takes that one for a called strike two. 3-1 Patriots on top. 2 outs here in the 7th. Runner takes off. Dominguez swinging a minute. Oh, he foul tipped it. Just got a piece of it. So Burt will have to come back to first base. It just got a piece of the bat of Dominguez and in and out of the glove of catcher Max McDowell. So Dominguez stays alive and Burt has to come back to first base. Somerset bullpen is quiet. Pitch just missed a bit low, I believe. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Bailey Dees, it appears, will get the 7th for Somerset. Runner at first, Max Burt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jason Dominguez. Over for a call. It's strike 3. And that will do it for the Patriots in the 7th. But they put another one across on a home run by Bastidas. And we had 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. Somerset now leads it 3-1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
To the bottom of the 7th, a 3-1 deficit for the Fightin' Phils. They come to the plate with Pedro Martinez, Nick Ward, and Carlos De La Cruz due up. Bottom half of the 7th inning brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. If you or a loved one's been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Pedro Martinez 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch from Bailey Dees in his 2nd inning of work. He wanted to get the last 2 outs of the 6th inning. And now starts the 7th. And first pitch to Martinez is over for a called strike. Second one is lifted down the third base line and slicing it into the grandstands on the third base line. With that, there is some activity now in the Somerset bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes now to Pedro Martinez, the switch hitter, batting left-handed. Takes one way up high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martinez flew out to left and lined out to the shortstop his last time up.
Danny Watson, righty, up and throwing for Somerset in the bullpen.
Bailey Dees, the 6'8 right-hander, comes with a 1-2 pitch and ripped into right field, but right at Elijah Dunham, who ends up having to leap at the last second to make the catch. Martinez hit it hard, but he's out for out number 1 in the 7th.
Yeah, it was kind of hit right at Dunham, but he started in and paused for a second, and then he had to kind of recover late and did a nice job leaping and getting one before it went over his head.
That'll bring up Nick Ward, the leadoff man, 0 for 3 so far on the night. Strikeout, ground out, and fly out in 3 at-bats. Max Burt, the third baseman, coming in as if thinking that Ward might try to drop a bunt down. And the infield for Somerset really plays the left-hander Ward around the pull. So too does the outfield, for that matter. 1 ball and no strikes to Nick Ward. And he squirts a foul down the third baseline. Count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. As Jake mentioned, Bailey Dees, the Penn State product. Started 33 games over the 4 years he was in State College. Were taken by the Yankees in the 18th round of the 2021 draft. 1 ball, 1 strike from him. Pitch is outside again. It's 2-1. Began the season at Hudson Valley. Called up from High A after pitching in 26 games. And went 1-1 with a 1.74 earned run average. Ward started and stopped. Checks his swing. It's 3-1.
I just flip back to the front of my scorebook to see if I ever had a game that Dees pitched in it. First game I opened to on April 9th, 2021. Bailey Dees started for Penn State at Michigan State and went 5+ innings.
There you go. And there he misses outside. As I said, he started 33 games over 4 years. And Jake Starr saw one of them. There's a walk for Nick Ward. He's on base for the first time. And also brings the tying run to the plate in the presence of the man who has given the Phils their lone offensive spark in this ball game. That is a solo home run for Carlos De La Cruz back in the first. So Ward at first with 1 out for De La Cruz, who also has a single in tonight's game, so he's officially 2 for 3 on the night. The first pitch to him from Bailey Dees is inside for a ball. So you have the 6'8" Bailey Dees pitching to the 6'9" Carlos De La Cruz. That one's on the letters and on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Ward, good lead off at first. Dees gets a little uncomfortable and he throws over.
This game back in April of 2021 was 3 hours and 50 minutes, a 9-inning game. It was a road game, but it was during COVID, so we broadcasted it from a conference room in the bowels of the Bryce Jordan Center.
That one inside to Carlos De La Cruz, who's now ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike.
You know the name of the person I broadcasted that game with?
I do not.
Josh Starr with 2 R's. No
Wow.
relation.
Are you serious?
No relation at all.
2 stars?
Grew up 20 minutes from each other.
2 balls and 1 strike. The De La Cruz ripped into center field. That's going to be a base hit. And will roll back. As Dominguez cuts it off. Ward will roll around second to third. And Carlos De La Cruz will roll into second base with a double. Third hit of the night for Carlos De La Cruz. And the Phils have the tying runs in scoring position.
He's a triple shy of the cycle too, but no better situation here. Oliver Dunn, yes, is 0 for 3 tonight. He's swinging a really confident bat right now. So that's a good spot to be in. And also 111 off the bat from De La Cruz. He has smoked 3 tonight. And that'll be the day it looks like for Bailey Dees.
Raul Dominguez, the manager for the Somerset Patriots, is headed to the mound. He, again, has not yet made the signal to the mound, to the bullpen. Now he does. So Danny Watson is headed in. We're headed to a break. The Fightin' Phils have 2 men on, and they trail by 2 when we come back to Baseball Town.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phils birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin fan's birthday is a grand slam.
So the Alvernia University Gold Wolves call the bullpen, brings in right-hander Danny Watson. So we go from the 6'8 Bailey Dees to the 6'7 Danny Watson. There's some tall dudes in that Somerset Patriot bullpen. We've seen them back-to-back here as Watson comes in for the second time in this series. And he walks himself right into a jam. Nick Ward at third, Carlos De La Cruz at second, Oliver Dunn at the plate. One out here in the bottom of the seventh with the Phils trailing 3-1. First pitch from Watson. Dunn drives this one into right center field, back to the wall, and on the deck, a 3-run bomb from Oliver Dunn, and the Fightin Phils regain the lead at 4-3.
Oliver Dunn fired up. And yes, sir, you should be fired up. You smoked that baseball. 416 feet off the top of the event center. Oliver Dunn just continues to deliver. Third straight night with a home run. His 20th of the season. Wow, Oliver Dunn, what can you say?
So that'll bring up Madison Stokes. Stokes batting for the second time since coming in for Robbie Glendenning. So for Dunn, his 20th home run, RBIs number 71, 72, and 73. And there's a little bit of extra emotion for Oliver Dunn in all of that. Obviously, he wants to win the ball game, but he also is doing against the team he played for last year in the Yankees organization and played for Somerset last year. So a little bit of redemption on the part of Oliver Dunn with that 3-run home run. 0-1 pitch. Stokes rips one, but fouled on the third base line. Carlos De La Cruz don't get too comfortable with that home run lead here in Baseball Town.
Thought he created some separation, and Dunn made it one again.
That's the offense for the Phils tonight. The solo home run for De La Cruz, the 3-run home run for Dunn, and 4-3 Reading back up on top here in the bottom of the seventh. Still only one out for the Fightins. Dunn wasted no time. First pitch that Watson delivered, bang. 1-2 pitch is way outside to Stokes. It's 2-2.
It's like not Dunn. Watson's overthrowing a bit now. He's missed a couple, low and away glove side, and he spiked, and Rice had to pick it.
Watson got the save in Tuesday night's game. Not going to be the case in this one, as Stokes hits another one foul hard down the third base line.
Fourth home run Watson's allowed this year in 28 innings pitched. He's been really good. I mean, he entered with a 1.29 ERA, 5 saves and 5 opportunities, 5 holds as well, which is what he was looking for here.
2-2 pitch. Stokes takes another one inside. Now the count is full. And Robbie Glendenning started the game at third base, batted a couple times, and then left the game. Don't know what that injury is as of yet. We'll certainly find that out eventually, but hopefully it's nothing serious. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss as Stokes swings over the top of the breaking ball. That is out number 2 here in the seventh.
There's going to be 2 runs charged to the line of Bailey Dees, then Dunn charged to Danny Watson, which means Dees went an inning a hit. 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
That'll bring up Ethan Wilson, who's been on base all 3 times tonight. Couple singles and a walk. Left-hander settles in. First pitch, swing and a foul straight back to the backstop. Wilson with that batting average up over the 260 mark at 261 now as he stands in with his 2 hits tonight. And an RBI in last night's game. 51 on the season for him. Seemed like it had been a little bit of a time for Ethan since the last RBI. But as I said, seems like he is getting a little bit closer to getting locked in his last at-bats last night and tonight. Takes another one outside. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Ethan Wilson. 2 down, bottom half of the 7th inning. Oliver Dunn's changed the complexion of this ball game around. Phil's on top 4-3. 2-1 pitch, way inside, almost hit it. It's 3-1. Ethan kind of turned and looked back at the dugout, said, "I don't know how that missed me." He's bearing down right on his belly button, but somehow or another he got the left hip out of the way. It's 3-1. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 3-2.
I think that's one Ben Rice probably stole with his frame job. Looked to be a bit outside, but Rice kind of swiped and brought it up and gave a good presentation to home plate umpire Pete Talkington.
So Ethan Wilson will call timeout, readjusts with the count now full. Fouls it again, straight back. So even the foul balls for Ethan Wilson, he looks like he's just missing, just getting. The whole thought process is always the foul balls that come straight back to the backstop. You're pretty much right on them, just underneath them. 3 balls and 2 strikes again to Wilson. Inside ball 4, and Ethan Wilson gets on board for the 4th time tonight.
Here's Jalen Ortiz. He struck out 3 times tonight. Hopefully facing a new arm here. A little bit of a change of fortune. Could say he's a little due right now.
And now, again, here comes the pitching coach, Grayson Crawford. This is the 2nd time now that they've done that, where they've made a pitching change, and then after 2 batters, the pitching coach comes out. It's very unusual. I don't know if it's a scouting thing that they only talked to about a couple of batters and didn't get to the 3rd guy, and so they come out and talk about the 3rd guy.
Could be a fair point. Definitely interesting to say the least.
So Jalen Ortiz has to stand and think a little bit longer. As Jake said, so far not been a good night for Ortiz. Looking at the hat trick with the 3 strikeouts. Want to change that here. Ethan Wilson, the runner at first. Could also have to say, hey, don't forget about the runner, because Ethan Wilson, in addition to swinging a bat tonight, has also been active on the base paths as well. He's got a great lead right now at first base. Started, stopped. The pitch is way outside. He really distracted Watson for sure.
And he's definitely seeing something too. I mean, all these pitchers tonight.
And again, another tall pitcher in Watson, and he kind of turns his back to the batter in his delivery, or before his delivery. And then kind of comes sidearm on that one to Ortiz, and Ortiz fouls it away. Watson in that Tuesday night game pitched the 9th inning, got the save, as we said. Didn't give up a hit, but did walk a couple of batters. Just walked Ethan Wilson. With Ortiz at the plate in a 1-1 count. And that one's low, it's 2-1.
No action in the Reading bullpen. So looks like Keelan Kilgore will come back out for the top of the 8th.
You got a left-hander in Rice leading off, so no doubt he'll stay out there for Rice for sure.
Yeah, it's lefty, righty, lefty. So probably at least for the first 3, and then you go right switch and then 3 straight right. So obviously, hopefully it doesn't go much further than that, but if it does, probably see Kilgore get at least the first 3.
2 balls and a strike to the right-hand hitting Jalen Ortiz. Again, Wilson starts and stops, and Ortiz fouls another one out of play. Not sure if Ethan is just not sure or if he's just doing it to mess with Danny Watson. It certainly worked the first time as Watson almost threw it to the backstop. If I had a hunch knowing Ethan Wilson, he's doing it to mess with Danny Watson. This went back through the middle, but to the shortstop, Bastidas, who will flip to second in time for the 3rd and final out. But the Phils do the damage. 3 runs in the inning, 2 hits. The big one, the home run by Oliver Dunn. We head to the 8th. The Fightins are back up on top. They lead at 4-3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
Fightin Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin Phil's birthday. The Fightin Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Top half of the 8th inning, and as we said, Keelan Kilgore is back out there for the Fightins. He will face 2, 3, and 4. Ben Rice, Augustine Ramirez, and Elijah Dunham. As Jake said, 2 of those 3 are left-handed sticks, so the left-hander Keelan Kilgore out here for the start of the 8th inning. The Fightins now on top 4-3.
For a second, I thought they were walking him because there was a timeout, but it looks like that they just asked for more baseballs, which I don't know why we didn't do that.
Then what you're supposed to do in between
innings.
Dominic Pipkin is now up in the Phil's bullpen. Let's get a right-hander up. First pitch from Kilgore to Ben Rice, started and stopped and did go around.
I guess Pete Toggington reached into his pocket and was like, oh, shoot, I don't have any baseballs. let me fix that real quick.
No balls and a strike to Ben Rice, who's 0 for 3 on the night. And that one from Kilgore bounces up there. 1-1 to Rice. Rice, as we talked about earlier in this game, brought up from high A Hudson Valley, and he has tortured double A pitching since his call-up. Breaking ball, he beats that one foul. Rice coming into tonight's game, 322. 5 doubles, 9 home runs, and 28 RBIs, and he was only called up on July the 18th. And only a little more than a month of action. He has ripped it up in a Patriot uniform. 1-2 pitch is outside. Tried to get him to chase, and Rice lays off. It's 2-2. He was hitting 341 in Hudson Valley, so it's not like he wasn't getting the job done at high A. He's continued hitting well after the promotion. 2-2 to it. Lined into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So that quickly, Somerset gets the tying run right back on base on their side on the single by Ben Rice. That'll bring up Augustine Ramirez.
Ramirez, who's 0 for 3 tonight, a pair of groundouts, one the short, one the second. So you'd like to get another one of those here.
Ramirez 2 for 12 in the series with including his 0 for 3 tonight. Mentioned this earlier. He's on his 3rd level of baseball in this season. Began the year at Tampa. Promoted to Hudson Valley on June the 29th, and then promoted here to Somerset on August the 8th. Time called at first base. Ben Rice making some kind of an equipment adjustment as he takes his lead off of first. Kilgore from the stretch. Ramirez swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. That one's way outside. Good grab by McDowell to keep it in his mitt. Keep Rice at first base. Ramirez, one of 5 catchers on the Somerset roster. Ben Rice has become their predominant catcher, so Ramirez has been the DH in this series. This one inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Augustine Ramirez. This one lined back through the middle, and that's into center field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits now for the Patriots to start the 8th. And that'll bring up Elijah Dunham.
Yeah, and don't see if Al Patrique is coming out. Just moved up to the top step, but it is a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Lefties are hitting .214 against Kilgore this year compared to .323 when it's a right-handed hitter. So this is probably, it's the last lefty in the lineup. So this is probably the last hitter that Kilgore gets tonight regardless.
And the first pitch to Elijah Dunham is over for a called strike. Dunham 1 for 1 on the night. He's also walked twice. He's been on base all 3 times. 2 on, nobody out. Now 4-3 Fightin's lead. Kilgore's pitch. This one low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You got Durbin on left to righty. Gasper's a switch hitter, so it wouldn't matter either way. And then it's 3 straight righties the rest of the lineup. So safe bet probably that this will be the last hitter, and we'll see Pipkin in for Caleb Durbin, who's on deck.
1-1 pitch. It's outside, ball 2. Ben Rice, the runner at second, he's singled. Augustine Ramirez, the runner at first, he too singled. Nobody out. And 2 balls and 1 strike. Now make it 2-2 as Dunham swings through. Off-speed pitch.
Really good one at that. 83 from Keelan Kilgore.
Back with his 2-2 pitch. Fisted foul down the first baseline. Came with a fastball in. Got it in on the hands of Dunham. Could get little to nothing on it. Takes a look back at second, delivers his pitch just outside. Count now full.
We'll see what Kilgore does here. Does he challenge him with a fastball here, or does he try and get in the chase and off-speed pitch? Big spot here. You want to at least get that one out before you go to Dominic Pipkin.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Runners take off. This one lifted down the third baseline towards the bullpen. Ethan Wilson with a long run, and he'll just run out of room as it finds its way in the left field grandstand. Ben Rice took off by himself. The trail runner Ramirez stayed put.
Ben Rice 4 for 5 in stolen bases, and this now is 24th game at the AA level since his July 18th call up from High A Hudson Valley.
So we'll try it again on 3-2. Curveball for a strike 3. Got him looking, and that is out number 1. And with that, Al Padrique will bounce out of the dugout on cue. So Keelan Kilgore gets the strikeout he was looking for, and more importantly, an out period that he was looking for. And with that, there is a pitching change. Dominic Pipkin will be the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
So the new arm is right-hander Dominic Pipkin. And he's still a long way from getting out of this jam. 2 on now, 1 out. Phil's lead at 4-3. Top half of the 8th inning. And Eduardo Torrealba now will bat for the first time. Torrealba came on in replacement of Caleb Durbin. And the first pitch in the dirt, good block by Max McDowell. Keeps both runners in their place at second and at first. Dominic Pipkin, the 23-year-old right-hander. Takes a look back at second, comes with a 1-0 pitch. Lined into center field, that's going to be a base hit. They're going to wave around Rice. The throw home from Marcus Lee Sang is not in time. To throw down to third is also not in time as everybody moves up a couple of bags.
And Redding can't believe that he was safe at third. Max McDowell has his arms in the air. So does Stokes, who is right there. Al Padrique's out. He's going to argue with third base umpire Paul Romer. And the entire Reading infield, including Stokes, who was right there, cannot believe it. And Al is absolutely furious of Paul Romer right now.
Phils have had their arguments with Paul Romer over the course of this series. So the game is now tied at 4 on the RBI single from Torrealba. And the Phils, with that throw home, allowing the runners now to move up. Ramirez to third, and the batter Torrealba to second. And that's going to bring Mickey Gasper now to the plate as Al Padrique is headed back to the dugout, shaking his head all the way back. So the third hit in the inning for the Patriots. They've tied the game up. Still only 1 out, and now Mickey Gasper will bat. Gasper, a switch hitter, will turn around and bat left-handed, as the Phils will bring the infield up to try to cut down the go-ahead run. Gasper takes the first pitch from Dominic Pipkin over for a called strike.
That's a key, you have to remember. It's still a tie game, so need to try and get this second out without a run scoring.
Pipkin making his 12th appearance in a Fightin's uniform. 0-1 pitch, outside for a ball. Pipkin was on a disabled list from the beginning of the year till the middle of June before being activated, and then eventually was activated and brought here to Reading. As I said, this is his 12th appearance. 1-1 now to Gasper. Up high, 2-1.
I was surprised at first that Raul Dominguez even sent Ben Rice, because that ball got on Lee Sang pretty quickly, and we saw the arm strength he has after his throw out last night. That one was pretty close, so it's still a good send by Dominguez, but initially was a little surprised by it.
2-1 pitch. Up high, ball 3. There is a base open, but I don't think that's on the mind of Dominic Pipkin at all. On deck is Aaron Polensky. So it's 3 balls and a strike now to Gasper. That's over for a called strike 2. He'll try it now at 3-2. Time called before the delivery as Gasper calls a late timeout. Again, infield up for the Fightins. This one lifted foul and out of play as Gasper stays alive. Gasper with 17 RBIs on the season. Go again at 3-2. Fouls it away again. Fouls that one straight back. Gasper started this season at AAA Scranton. Went back here to Somerset after 21 games with the Rail Riders. He was hitting just 191 in AAA. He's hit 295 as this game got underway. 0 for 3 so far. 3 balls and 2 strikes again. This one right to Pedro Martinez. He'll check the runners. He'll make the throw to first in time for out number 2.
Well, that was as ideal as it gets. Ground ball to Martinez. and Ramirez was not going on on contact, so Martinez just looks him back, throws the first, got out number 2, so infield goes back, but you're starting to get this third out. You got Polensky up, who's 0 for 3.
Did score a run safe on an error in the process. Polensky had the big night last night with a double and a home run and 3 RBIs. So second and third, 2 outs now. First pitch to Polensky again in the dirt. A big spot here for Dominic Pipkin and the Phils, trying to keep this tied at 4, top half of the 8th inning. One-0 pitch. Way outside again. It's 2-0. Good crowd on hand, sticking around for the fireworks to follow. More fireworks tomorrow night and Saturday here at the ballpark. Tickets are available. This one lifted behind the first base bag. Carlos De La Cruz calls for it, squeezes it, and that'll do it. So Dominic Pipkin gets the job done coming out of the bullpen for Somerset. 1 run, they did it on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 big ones left on the bags to the bottom of the 8th when we come back to America's Classic Ballpark, tied at 4.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, brand new ball game. 4-4 is our score. Somerset Patriots and the Reading Fightin Phils playing as the Reading Keystones on this Throwback Thursday night. Marcus Lee Sang will lead it off. Danny Watson back out there for the Patriots. He came on to get the final 2 outs of the last inning, but first batter he faced was Oliver Dunn, who had a 3-run home run on the first pitch that Watson delivered to change this game in the Phils' favor at the time, 4-3. Now 4-4. First pitch to Lee Sang is a ball. 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. It's 1-1. Marcus Lee Sang 0 for 1 on the night. He's worked 2 walks as well on the night. And takes that one as well on the outside corner. It's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marcus Lee Sang spent the season at Jersey Shore before his call-up, right before the beginning of this series. Hit .268, had 8 home runs, 20 doubles, 7 triples, 20 stolen bases for the Blue Claws. He's played an excellent center field in this, his 3rd game in Reading. A couple hits so far to go along with his couple of walks tonight. 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one out of play. That pitch from Danny Watson in on his fist. Marcus Lee Sang able to foul it out of play. Watson, a New York native, originally from Albany, New York. Marcus Lee Sang again, fouls one away. He's keeping himself alive here at the plate. Danny Watson, a VCU graduate, drafted by the Yankees in the 15th round of the 2021 draft. That one's up high. Good take by Marcus Lee Sang. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Kirkering up and pitching in the Phil's bullpen. 2-2 pitch, and Marcus Lee Sang drives this one to center field. Dominguez going back to the triangle, and straightaway center field. Plenty of room to make the catch for the out. Marcus Lee Sang hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, but there was enough room for Dominguez just shy of the warning track to make the catch for out number 1. And they'll bring up Max McDowell. And before that happens, here comes Raul Dominguez, and it looks like he's going to make another pitching change. So there will be another pitching change for the Patriots. We'll have it for you when we come back in the Reading Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizedpa.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen will bring in right-hander Jack Neely. Yet another long and tall reliever out of the bullpen for the Patriots. I told you there's a bunch of tall dudes out there. Neely's at 6'8". He comes in facing Max McDowell with 1 out here in the 8th. Max 0 for 2 tonight, was also hit by a pitch. First pitch to him was inside for a ball. 1-0 pitch is over for a called strike. Neely, 23-year-old right-hander, originally from San Antonio, Texas. Drafted by the Yankees in 2021 out of the Ohio State University.
I had to throw that in there.
I just said that to make Jake mad. Up high for a ball to McDowell. It's 2-1.
So I said the Pennsylvania State
Correct.
University.
I knew I'd get under your skin. That was on my sole purpose.
Did you go to the Temple University?
Sure I did. 2 balls and a strike. That one's inside. 3-1 to McDowell. Max trying to get himself on base somehow or another. Try to get the go-ahead run on board. Tie ball game, 4-4, 1 out, bottom half of the 8th inning. 3-1 to count to McDowell. Fouls that one down the first base line and out of play. The count now full. Just the 4th appearance for Neely. He's being called up from Hudson Valley. This one driven into left field, turn and say goodbye. Hello, Max McDowell, and goodbye baseball. As the Fightins are back up on top on a solo bomb from McDowell, it's 5-4.
Well, Bob, it's the night of former Yankees organizational players killing their old teams. Both have played for Somerset, and both McDowell and Oliver Dunn have given themselves huge home runs tonight.
For Max McDowell, His 6th home run of the year, his 25th RBI of the season. And the Phils back up on top 5-4. Pedro Martinez drops to show a bunt, fouls it out of play. And so the Phils greet the second reliever of the night for Somerset with a home run. They brought in Danny Watson, and Oliver Dunn had greeted him with a 3-run home run. They bring in Jack Neely. Max McDowell turns on a fastball and hits it out of here. Pedro Martinez beats a foul the other way this time, and he's quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
Granted, McDowell played 5 games for Somerset in 21, so not as many as Oliver Dunn, but still, a decent sample size.
Max predominantly with Scranton last year in AAA, the Yankees organization. 0-2 pitch to Martinez, up high for a ball. Neely just called up from Hudson Valley on August the 8th. As I said, this is just his 4th appearance for the Patriots. Martinez tried to check his swing, but he went around. That is strike 3 and out number 2 here in the 8th.
So both Watson and Neely, the first batter they face,
correct,
they give up go-ahead home runs.
Yep, as I said, when Watson comes in, Oliver Dunn, the first pitch he threw, Dunn put it up on the patio out on the Redners Event Center. Max McDowell put it up on the Seidel Auto Group deck. This one lined into left field and falling fast, and a diving attempt by Aaron Polensky, but they're going to say he trapped it, so it'll be a base hit for Nick Ward. Full out dive by Polensky, but they said he trapped it, so Ward is safe at first on a base hit.
Yeah, Paul Romer makes that call. Take a look at the replay here. Man, tough to see from our angle, but Paul Romer a little bit closer than us. Also, McDowell and Dunn were teammates with Somerset for about a week in late May of 2021.
So for Ward, his 2nd time he's on base tonight, 8th hit of the game for the Fightins, and that'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz has 3 of those 8 hits for Reading. 3 for 4 on the night. Triple away from a cycle. Foul tipped. Strike 1. Carlos does have 1 triple on the season. Had hit his 22nd double earlier in the game, his 21st home run earlier in the game. Takes that one on the inside corner, and Neely quickly gets ahead of Carlos De La Cruz. No balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Kirkering loose and ready to go in the 9th for the Fightins. De La Cruz trying to add some insurance to it. 0-2 as Neely delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for the Phils here in the 8th. But they get a run. They do it on 2 hits. The big one, the home run for Max McDowell, the difference maker right now. When we come back to Baseball Town, it's winning time. Fightins 5, Patriots 4.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
The Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in Orion Kirkering to try to get 3 outs and try to get the Phils the first win of this series after Somerset took Game 1 and Game 2. Kirkering, the 22-year-old right-hander, has been a skyrocketing star in the Phillies organization in 2023. Began the season in Clearwater, Promoted on May the 9th to Jersey Shore, and on July the 6th was promoted here to Reading. Began the season as the number 21 prospect in the Phillies organization, now in the top 10 in the prospect category. And he will come in here trying to get 3 outs against the Patriots. For Kerkering, his 12th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 2.45 earned run average. Looking for his first save. He does have 1 blown save on the year. First batter to face is Jesus Bastidas, who hit a solo home run his last time up. The first pitch is a ball. The second is over for a called strike. Kerkering, heavy gas, fastball 96 to 98, and a great slider. And a developing change. 1-1 pitch. Fisted, fouled on the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jesus Bastidas. Bastidas has scored 2 of the 4 runs for the Patriots. Also walked and scored a run ahead of Jason Dominguez's double in the 5th, and then that solo home run in the 7th. Swing and a miss. There's the nasty slider for Kerkering, and strikeout and out number 1 here in the 9th. That will bring up Max Burt. So the Patriots will have the opportunity to get Jason Dominguez to the plate. He's due up 3rd in this inning. As Burt now bats. Burt 1 for 3 on the night. Right back and right into the glove of Orion Kerkering. That is out number 2. A bullet right back at Kerkering. He made the catch and said, "You're out." 2 down, and that'll bring up Jason Dominguez. A rocket off the bat. And Orion Kerkering, a la Cliff Lee, just kind of nonchalantly says, "I got it, you're out." Dominguez 1 for 4 on the night with that 2-run double back in the 5th inning. First pitch to him outside for a ball. Fastball 99 on the radar gun, low for a ball 2. Dominguez, the switch hitter, batting left-handed now against Kerkering. 2-0 pitch, outside ball 3. Kerkering might be just overthrowing it a little bit right now. Jacked up on the mound for sure. Here's his 3-0 pitch. There for a called strike. Came with the 3-0 slider. Got it over for a strike. Misses outside, tried to go back with that slider and missed it for ball 4. So that puts the tying run on first base. And with good wheels in Dominguez, he does have 36 stolen bases on the year. Might think about trying to steal a bag here just to get into scoring position with Ben Rice now at the plate. Rice 1 for 4 on the night, singled and scored back in the 8th. Scored what was then the tying run to tie the game up at 4 apiece. Max McDowell's home run in the bottom of the 8th, the difference right now, 5-4 Fightin's on top and 1 out away from a W. It's the left-handed hitting Ben Rice at the plate for Somerset. Rice now 3 for 14 in this series. First 2 hits in this series were solo home runs. Started and stopped. Ball 1. Let me correct myself. Actually, 3 RBIs off of the long ball from Rice. He had a 2-run home run on Tuesday night and a solo home run last night. 1 ball and no strikes to him. Same pitch, way inside on the back foot of the left-handed hitting Ben Rice. It's 2-0. De La Cruz keeping Dominguez close at first. That's down low, ball 3. So Kerkering getting a little frustrated right now as he's missed with the, all of a sudden lost the strike zone here after getting 2 quick outs in the 9th inning. Needing 1 more for the save and the win. 3-0 pitch on the inside corner, ball for strike 1. And that's inside ball 4. So back-to-back walks now. Now the tying run is at second base. And that'll bring up Augustine Ramirez. Ramirez is 1 for 4. It's also going to bring a visit by the pitching coach to the mound to try to settle down Orion Kirkering. Reminder, Chick-fil-A serving quality food has been their priority since day one because chicken is the center of the menu. Serve only real breast meat with no fillers, artificial preservatives, or steroids. Like other chicken in the United States, theirs contains no added hormones. Chick-fil-A, 3 Berks County locations, Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing, 5th Street Highway in Reading, and Exeter Commons in Exeter. They are a proud 2023 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. Conversation on the mound is over, and now it's mano a mano right now for Orion Kirkering and Augustine Ramirez. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 9th, and a 1-run advantage for the Phils. First pitch, fastball, or slider, and Ramirez fouls it straight back. Kirkering right back with the stretch. Takes a look at second, delivers. Swing and a miss again, right back with that slider. And Ramirez in a hole now, no balls and 2 strikes. Fightin' faithful on their feet, looking for the final strike and the final out. Tried to get him to chase, he did not. It's 1-2. Kirkering takes a look at it, Max McDowell. Stretch, deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. That'll do it, the Fightins hold on. Orion Kirkering gets the strikeout. And the Phils get the win. High drama in baseball town. The Fightins with the home run in the bottom of the 8th that makes the difference, and Orion Kirkering getting the save in the 9th. And when it's all said and done, the Fightin' Phils get the W. Reading 5, Somerset 4. We'll take a timeout. Back with our post-game show and a wrap right after this on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Welcome back to our postgame show with the Fightin' Phils with a big one tonight over the Somerset Patriots by a final score of 5-4. Great ball game tonight, great atmosphere, great crowd, and they were rewarded watching a good ball game here tonight, and the Fightins come away with the W. That crowd tonight, 6,711. Presented to you by PSECU, proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. The Fightin' Phils get the W. It started in the Phils' advantage tonight. Left-handed pitcher David Parkinson for the Phils. Right-handed pitcher Richard Fitz for the Somerset Patriots. And Carlos De La Cruz got the Phils going in the right direction in the bottom half of the first inning as he drove a pitch over the scoreboard in left center field for the solo home run, his 21st of the season, his 59th RBI, and the Phils led it by a score of 1-0. It stayed that way through 4 complete innings. David Parkinson was really good for the first 4 innings and ran into some trouble in the 5th. And that trouble started with a not of his own doing. It was an infield pop-up behind first base, really, in shallow right field. And Pedro Martinez, the second baseman, called for it, was in position to catch it, and simply dropped it. And that allowed the batter, Aaron Polensky, to reach base safely on the error. Jesus Bastidas then walked. Another infield pop-up retired the 9-hole hitter, Max Burt. And then Jason Dominguez hit a rocket to right field that Jalen Ortiz, the right fielder, actually first broke in on and then was in serious trouble, and he did because it went over his head and to the wall. And both Polensky and Bastidas scored the 2-run double by Jason Dominguez, his 61st and 62nd RBI of the season, put Somerset on top by a score of 2-1. So Parkinson goes 5 1/3 innings tonight, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, but neither of them were earned. He walked 3 and he struck out 6. So he does not get the win tonight, and obviously does not take the loss either. No decision for Parkinson tonight. Richard Fitz also went 5 1/3 innings for Somerset. He gave up 4 hits, the 1 run, and that was obviously the home run by De La Cruz. Walked 1 and struck out 5, and obviously he too not involved in the decision as it was 2-1 Somerset through 5. The Patriots then added to that on a home run by Jesus Bastidas. And that one came off of Max Coons, and that made it a 3-1 game for Somerset through the top of the 7th inning in the 7th inning stretch. The Patriots then going to their bullpen had Bailey Dees on the mound for Somerset in the 7th inning. And Dees got the first out of the 7th, and Pedro Martinez flipped the lineup around to Nick Ward. He drew a walk, and then Carlos De La Cruz doubled into the left center field gap to put Ward at 3rd and De La Cruz at 2nd. And that was the end of the night for Bailey Dees. They brought in Danny Watson, the right-hander who got the save in the first game of this series on Tuesday night. And the first batter he faced was Oliver Dunn, and on the first pitch he threw, Oliver Dunn turned and cranked it deep and far over the right center field fence and up and onto the porch on the Redners Event Center for a 3-run home run, his 20th of the season. 3 RBIs, gives him 73 on the season, and more importantly at the time, gave the Phils the lead at 4-3. However, the drama was far from over as Somerset came right back in the 8th inning. And they put together a rally of their own in the 8th. Ben Rice led it off with a single. Augustine Ramirez followed him with a single. Elijah Dunham then struck out. That was all off of left-hander Keelan Kilgore. They took Kilgore out, brought in the right-hander Dominic Pipkin to face the right-handed hitting Eduardo Torrealba, but he greeted Pipkin with a single to center field, and that scored Ben Rice. Both runners moved up 3rd to 2nd with still only 1 out, but Pipkin got out of further trouble with the infield up. He hit Mickey Grasper hit a ground ball right to Pedro Martinez at second base to get the out, and no runners could advance. And then he got Aaron Polensky to pop up to Carlos De La Cruz for 2 crucial outs, and it kept the score tied at 4-4, and we headed to the 8th inning. Danny Watson started the 8th inning for Somerset on the mound and faced Marcus Lee Sang. Marcus Lee Sang hit it a long way to center field, but to the deepest part of the ballpark for out number 1. Then Somerset went to the bullpen to bring in Jack Neely to face Max McDowell. First batter he faces, McDowell works the count full, and then Max McDowell turned on a pitch and drove it onto the deck in left field for the solo home run. McDowell's 6th home run of the year, his 25th RBI. Max McDowell's first start after coming back from AAA Lehigh Valley, and the solo home run gives the Phils the lead back at 5-4, and the Phils then turn things over to Orion Kirkering, who got a quick strikeout and a line drive speared by Kirkering off the bat of Max Burt. That brought the top of the order and Jason Dominguez to the plate. Kirkering walked him, then walked Ben Rice, but then rediscovered whatever he needed to discover as Augustine Ramirez waved at 3 sliders and struck out to end the ball game. And the Phils take the W, get the first win of this series, and now we'll look to even the series in tomorrow night's Game 4. Tomorrow night, the pitching matchup will be right-hander Zach Hockey for the Fightins, and a really promising prospect just called up by the Yankees from Hudson Valley to AA Somerset, Drew Thorpe, will get the ball for the Patriots. So it should be an interesting matchup tomorrow night as Drew Thorpe will get the ball. And again, he was really good in his first start for Somerset. So the Phils in this one, 5 runs on 8 hits, an error and 9 left on base. For Somerset, 4 runs on 7 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 8 men on base. Dominic Pipkin gets the win for the Fightins, his first win of the year. He's now 1-2. Jack Neely takes the loss for Somerset, and Orion Kirkering gets the save for the Fightins, his first save of the season. So long balls tonight. A home run by Jesus Bastidas for Somerset, and 3 home runs for the Fightins. Carlos De La Cruz with the solo home run, Oliver Dunn with the 3-home run, and Max McDowell with what turned out to be the game-winning home run in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Once more time, 6,711 enjoying baseball here in Baseball Town. Hope you'll think about coming out for the remainder of this series. Still 3 games left in this series, right up and through the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tomorrow night, more fireworks. The fireworks just getting underway here in Baseball Town. There'll be more fireworks tomorrow night and more as well on Saturday night. Saturday night is Harley night here at the ballpark, and all adults receive an R. Phil's Harley night game cap, and on Sunday, all kids receive a Bryson Stott bobblehead. So something for the adults on Saturday, something for the kids on Sunday. There's always something for somebody here in Baseball Town. Great seats remain for all R. Phil's games. For tickets, call 610-370-BALL or order online at rphils.com. So that will do it for our broadcast. Somerset falls to now 23-19 on the season. Reading improves to 20-22. Again, Dominic Pipkin gets the win. Jack Neely takes the loss. Orion Kirkering gets the save. And the Phils get the W. For my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network and watching on MILB TV. Hope you'll do the same tomorrow night with the Phils and the Patriots back here at the ballpark at 7 o'clock. Tompkins Plaza opens up at 5 o'clock. We'll be on the air with our pregame show at 6:45 on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. That will do it for our broadcast tonight. Better yet, we'd love to see you right back here at the ballpark. Final score one more time, Reading 5, Somerset 4. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball. Hope to see you at the ballpark. Until then, have a great night, everyone.